Hey, it's Stu. What's up,
Hey, it's
Stuart?
Stu.
Hey.
How are you
Hey,
doing?
it's Chinny.
What's
Hey.
going on?
Hey, how are you two?
Welcome.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing
Good.
great.
How's your jam?
Well, I woke up from a nap not long ago, so I'm feeling woozy. But
I had
other
an
than that, all right.
impromptu nap. Does that count?
You had an impromptu nap? Is there any other kind?
Yeah, well, I wasn't meant to have a nap. I just fell asleep.
Well,
I also had a nap today.
I didn't mean to have a nap. I was watching the telly, and the next thing I knew,
oh no.
We all napped today. We all
we
napped.
all had a nap. We had a nap. A nappity nap. Yeah. There you go. So there's that.
You're right,
Anyway.
Stu?
Hey, yeah, I'm all right. You?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Good. Glad to hear it. How was the snooker? Did you win in the end? Did you win?
Which one?
The one where you said you were playing snooker.
Oh,
And you just did a 50 break.
yeah, I won that night, yeah. But I entered a tournament today.
Oh. Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah. So I played well. I knocked in... What did I knock in? I knocked in a 41, 46, a 48.
Wow, you're getting good.
I cleared the table, which was quite satisfying.
Yeah, I've never done that, but I could imagine that feels good.
Yeah, there was like 4 reds left, and I cleared the table.
Very nice.
But I only got to the second round, unfortunately. Played a very good game. I won 3-0, and then I lost 3-0.
Oh, well, you got to keep on plugging. You're doing quite well, though. I've got to say, I'm quite impressed with your progress.
He was a good player, though, the person I played who I lost to. I could have won the first round. It was on the blue, Stu, and I missed the blue, and it was... It wasn't a gimme, but it was a ball I should have
You
potted.
should have got it. You should have got it.
It wasn't, like, easy, but I could pot it. I reckon 8 out of 10 I could do that. And
It's annoying, that. Very annoying.
Yeah, I missed a free ball earlier, which I shouldn't have missed. And then the middle frame he knocked in a 54, so there wasn't much I could do. And then the last frame, I could have won again. Could have won it, but
right.
So I'm not too disappointed.
Yeah, you're not feeling like you didn't do as well as you could, but you know.
Yeah, I could have done better, but I
could have done better.
It wasn't a disgrace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not overly disappointed.
No.
Best way to be. You got to keep positive, man. Keep positive. Right, are we ready? I don't know. Duke's frantically typing something. I don't know what
ready.
that is.
Yeah, I just sometimes reading school email during the podcast is not smart. But you know what? I gotta read these emails. But I'm ready. Are you all ready?
I think so.
Okay, here we go.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, here it goes, baby. Come on.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Chinny, out of fellas will tell you about every single game that you played this week.
Really?
News, reviews, and an indie pick.
What else did you
Stu
want to
story
discuss?
time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors. Veteran gamers. Veteran gamers. Veteran gamers. Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Homer, there's a man here who thinks he can help you.
Batman?
No, he's a scientist.
Batman's a scientist.
It's not Batman.
Hello and welcome to episode 629 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
What's up there, 629? What? I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
And we are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the game.
No, we stream live on YouTube and Twitch every 9 o'clock at Sun time.
Yeah, we do.
That was pretty
It's good,
slick for
people.
us, I'm gonna say.
How was your week?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, you know. I've had a good week. I'm still COVID free, you know, so there's always
That's
that.
good to know.
That's
I am
good to
also
know.
COVID free so far as I can tell, but somebody in our pod that we teach in did test positive over the weekend, so I'm keeping my eyes peeled. And I went to the health provider website because I called them up. I was like, look, because right now it's crazy trying to get a test here in the States. And so I called the healthcare provider. I'm like, how do I get a test? And they go, oh, just go on our web portal and just do the e-visit for COVID. And I was like, fine. And I go to the website. The first thing it says is, if you are asymptomatic, a test will not be recommended. And I'm just like, well, I guess that answers that. So you're supposed to just wait until you develop symptoms, and if you don't have symptoms, it's assumed you're good.
Yeah, good to go, man.
Good to go, man. And fortunately, I feel great. So, relatively speaking, exhausted from a
Your
grueling
voice still
week of
sounds
school.
a little hoarse.
Yeah,
it does. Little horse. Little horse.
I don't know what to say. I can't, now I'm going through an N95 mask, which is probably a little harder even than a regular mask to teach through. But it's been a stressful
To be
year.
fair, dude, the only thing I would say to you is, literally everybody who I work with who caught it did have some sort of symptoms.
That's kind of what I'm figuring, and I'm not too freaked out about it. But, it's one of those things where it would be nice to just get the big no coming at you. You know what I mean? Like, you're good. But,
just be careful what you wish for, man. I have 4 tests a week.
I know. I don't want 4. Yeah.
But I'm sick of it. My tonsils hurt now when I rub them with a swab thing, I'll tell you.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, you're abusing the
I'm abusing my tonsils, man.
Yeah.
Literally. Anyway.
Like, not the way you usually do.
What are you trying to say? Flipping heck.
Talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. I don't know.
Oh, you suck a lot of willies, I think.
I think that's what he's trying to do.
Don't make me break my foot off in your ass!
Right. Somebody got a story time, I hope?
My favorite time. It's story time. Story time.
We watched the Pootie Tang movie. That's a story.
The what?
We've all had a nap. We've all had a nap.
Sarate.
It's going to be low energy this episode. Did you had a nap? I've had a nap.
Nap
Duke's had a
time,
nap.
not story time.
No. Naps restore our energy.
No, they don't.
No, I feel more tired now. if I'm
I
being
feel
honest.
worse after a nap.
Yeah, I do. I feel terrible.
I woke up at 4:45 a.m. because the goddamn dog was whining and stomping up and down, and I had to let him out. And then he came in here downstairs, and I figured, okay, I'll keep him down here so the Duchess can keep sleeping, because usually he wakes her up on the weekend at like 5 a.m. or something. So I'm keeping him down here. And then I hear him going up the stairs. The door is closed at the top of the stairs, but he doesn't know that. So he's up at the top of the stairs like, what's going on? And I go up there, I turn around, he's up there. He's looking down at me like, I can't go out of the stairway. What's going on? I'm like, dude, come down here. I had to coax him down. He's getting old, so it's a little hard for him to go down the stairs. I'm like, this is why I told you to not go up the stairs. And then he wouldn't stop whining. I'm trying to go back to sleep in the guest room down here, but no. So I let him back out. He's yakking up or something outside. Then he comes back in. He goes on the couch, and then he starts whining again. I'm like, oh, God, just sit down and be quiet for like an hour. And I couldn't get back to sleep. So finally, I'm like, well, I guess I'm up. So I thought a nap would help me recuperate. I got a little bit of rest, but then I woke up. I was like,
I always feel like I imagine how Keanu Reeves felt when he woke up from the pod in the Matrix.
Yeah.
With the tube down his throat. Like I always feel like that when I wake up from a nap. I never feel better. I feel like I'm going to be picked up by a machine and dragged to Lawrence Fishburne and tell me everything is real.
Sure.
Talking of which, by the way, I watched The Matrix Resurrection this week.
Oh yeah, I wrote a piece about it. I just haven't gotten around to publishing it yet.
It was all right. I
think there's some really interesting things in it, but they didn't go into as much depth as they should have.
They didn't go into as much time. No, the fight scenes were good. I liked all the kick-ass, fight kicking ass. I quite liked the recreation of the original movie. I thought that was quite cool.
There's some good stuff they do there with that. Yeah, it's very meta. It's very, I don't know.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's pretty. It was pretty good. I watched a better film this week, actually, last night. We watched Cop Shop. Have you seen that?
I have not seen Cop Shop.
Cop Shop is great.
Is it as good as the Pootie Tang movie?
I have no idea. I've not seen the Pootie Tang movie.
Everybody needs to see the Pootie Tang movie.
But I recommend Cop Shop. It's got a bit of a 70s vibe going on. And it's a bit brutal, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty. I do want to watch another film, Chinny, which you might be interested in. There's a film called Boiling Point. Have you heard about this?
No.
Well, it's literally about one night in a busy restaurant, and the head chef basically has a breakdown.
Oh, it's Stevie Graham.
And it's a one shot. It's the whole film's a one shot, and it's an authentic one shot. It was literally filmed once, which is pretty fucking cool.
It's Stevie Graham.
Is it Stevie Graham? Who's Stevie? I don't know who Stevie Graham is.
Graham, he's without doubt one of the best British actors in the world.
Well, apparently it's amazing. So
You know who Stevie Graham is, Duke?
he doesn't sound like he does.
I do. I had it on mute because I was typing more. Who's
Stevie Graham. Stephen. I call him Stevie Graham. His name's Stephen
Okay.
Graham.
Because he's
Right.
busy pals with him, you see.
I don't know him. I wish I did. I wish he was like my brother or something.
Why do you think I know him?
Because he's in Snatch.
Oh, which one is he in Snatch?
He's Jason Statham's right-hand man. Don't you think I've got the
Fuck
minerals?
me, Tommy. What have you been reading?
Yeah, that's Stephen Graham, and that
The human
is
digestive
one of-
system hasn't caught up with dairy yet.
That's one of the best
nice.
British actors of all time.
Well, apparently he's
great.
amazing as a chef on the edge.
Well, he's great in that movie Snatch. I don't know about anything else.
But yeah, I want to watch it. But Kay keeps every time I suggest it, Kay, I don't know what I want to watch.
He's also in The Irishman. He's in The Irishman.
haven't seen that
Stephen
yet.
Graham. He's in what do you call it? Boardwalk Empire. He plays
okay.
Al
Into that.
Capone
I should-
in
I should
Boardwalk.
take another
Empire.
shot of that because that has Omar in it as well, which is
Yeah,
Michael K. Williams.
He's
So-
in,
so
obviously,
anyway-
this is England.
There you
This
go.
is
Okay.
England. Public Enemy. He's just.
Anyway,
he does a lot of shit.
We also watched a documentary called Some Kind of Heaven, which is about a place in Florida called The Villages, and it starts out as this like nice little overview of just how they have all these things for retired folks to do. They have restaurants, they have stores, they have golf, they have all these activities, and then they start following some characters around, and it's like, oh God, can this get more depressing? And it's very heartbreaking. So it's good, but it's a blow
see,
to the heart.
I don't know whether I want to watch a depressing thing.
I don't blame you. We didn't think it was going to be depressing. I didn't realize it was going to be so heartbreaking, but whatever. It's good. Big thumbs up. And the more important point to make about what's going on right now, folks, is this.
Oh, you got your headphones sorted out.
I got the foam replacement. Look, whoa. It looks like new.
Wow.
But I realize I have not charged my headphones, so if they go off in the middle of the show,
Oh dear.
that will be unfortunate. But hopefully
It will be. Hopefully it'll be fine. They'll last forever.
It'll
Headphones
probably
just
be
keep on going. Just keep
Well,
going,
no, mine
going,
don't.
going.
I don't know what you're talking about, but mine don't.
Don't know. I've got some. I
Batteries
barely
are
ever,
a thing.
barely ever seem to charge them. I tell you, they just keep on going.
Well, that must be
Keep
nice.
going.
I don't have that kind of headphone. I have the kind you have to charge.
Oh, excellent.
All right, anybody else got any stories to tell?
No, I think that's it, isn't it? I don't know.
Where are you going? Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
In that case, we're moving on.
What you been playing? What you been playing?
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Guess because you.
What up,
Shoot
Oz?
a-
Sean Teal is logging in from Oz, like
I
the
know.
Oswald's Penitentiary, like in the TV show Oz.
Totally. That's exactly
Yeah,
where he's
probably.
logging in
Antonio O'Brien, what's up, people? Thanks for
from.
joining us.
Yeah,
And
morning,
whoever else is here.
Sean. Morning, because morning for him. It's tomorrow morning. Is
Yeah.
it tomorrow morning? I can. Yeah, it's tomorrow
14-hour
morning.
time difference. I mean, if
Tomorrow
they're on
morning.
the same time zone as East Timor.
There you go. So morning, Sean.
Right.
Tomorrow in the future.
All right, who's going first?
I don't know. I don't care. Have we got a wheel or are we just doing this shit?
No, we're gonna wheel.
Ain't got a wheel. Well, I'll go
Chinny,
first.
you go first. Okay, Stu, you go
oh,
first.
fucking hell. I'll go first. Fuck it.
Go ahead. Stu.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about a VR game that I tried to get Chinny to play with me this week, but he was too busy playing real snooker.
Yeah.
Because last week on the show, somebody on email, I'm trying to remember who it was now, and I'm trying to have a look, see so I can say who it was. Hold up one bloody second. It was, I don't know. Anyway, someone emailed in. Oh, here we go. It was from Morris. And he basically said there's some sports shit on the VR, but you've got to low and look in the whatever it is, the version of early access or whatever, the app lab,
Okay.
I think it's called. So I'm like, so one of the recommendations was Black Hole Pool.
Black
so I was
hole
like-
pool.
I was like,
won't
right,
you rule?
I'm going to get on this and have a look. So I downloaded it. It's free to download, so it has in-app purchases, but there's only one, which is a bit weird.
Uh-huh.
So basically, it's $7.99 is the upshot. So you can download it for free. You can play a demo where you can play the AI, but you can't play multiplayer.
Oh no!
I know. So there's a bit of a limit, but it does give you a feel of what you can and can't do, and how it. This is great.
Is it?
It's proper like playing pool. Yeah. It's the closest thing that I've played. I mean, I've played quite a few games that are close to real life, feel wise.
Yeah.
Like the mini golf, for instance, and obviously 11 table tennis is very close to how it feels to play table tennis in real life. This is exactly like trying to play.
Well, I was just watching a video there, and I was like, he's not lined that up right. He would miss that in real life, and then he did miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It works exactly. The angles are right. The weight feels right. The only thing you've got to bear in mind is your cueing arm is a bit weird.
Well, yeah. How does it work?
Because you've got to hold it in front of your face in somewhere. So you've got to kind of, hold where your cue arm is sort of under your chin somewhere so that the headset can still see it. But apart from that, it's about as close as you're going to get. Screw back works fine. You've got to, push through on the cue to get it to work. It feels like playing it in real life. I'm blown away. For some of that only costs £8. It's brill.
Yeah.
It's got a giant screen in the pool hole, and you can stick YouTube. It's another YouTube thing, but I've signed in. You can stick some music on while you're playing. It does the same weird thing as the darts and the bowling. You are the only one who can hear it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit weird, but that's fine. And it has two screens that are playing the Hustler trailer all the time, which was quite interesting.
Right.
But gotta say, Chinny, we've got to play some of this, man. I was hooked.
I thought we couldn't play multiplayer.
Yeah, but you've got to buy it. So I bought it. So I played.
You said you couldn't play multiplayer.
No, you can only play multiplayer when you buy it. So you've got to pay $7.99 to play the multiplayer. So the freebie version lets you play against the AI characters, but then you've got to pay £8 if you want to play other people.
All right.
So I've got games. I mean, when I sort of went on but it was the same dude every time. So I disconnect from him, trying to get someone different, and then I'd just get him again. Which was fine. And then I played Andy. Andy Cox.
Yeah.
Andy,
I know Andy Cox.
He bought it, and we had 2 games, and it was good.
Yeah.
Just saying, I beat him both times. Just saying.
Right.
Oh, take that.
Just saying. But yeah, I love this. It looks great as well, by the way. The balls look shiny, which is what you want.
Shiny balls.
Shiny balls. It's sharp. The cushions feel like cushions.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like, there is one thing I'm not too keen on, Chinny. And I don't know whether you can explain this, but it's American rules.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I committed a foul by canning in the black or something. I'm like, why is that a foul? I don't understand why that's a foul. So there's some weird shit went down.
So what did you do?
Well, when I looked it up, apparently, when you hit the cue ball, you've got to either the cue ball or the object ball has to hit a cushion or something.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that. You see, I did a safety shot, trying to snooker him on the black, and then it was a foul.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
So you have to hit a cushion after the object ball is struck by the cue ball.
I know. Well, I only found. You see, that doesn't work. You don't have to do that in British rules, do you? But
you do.
Do you?
Like they do implement it in some pool leagues. Yeah.
Do they? I've never heard of this before, and
it stops slow play. Basically, it stops.
Well, I know. Yeah, that's what the thing. He says you either have to pot the ball, or the object ball, or the cue ball has to hit a cushion.
They also do it in shootout snooker. So this week, it's been the shootout snooker.
Right.
And it's been in the news because a 15-year-old kid went through the first round.
All right. Okay.
And shootout snooker is you've got 20 seconds a shot, and then after 5 minutes, every frame is 10 minutes.
Well, this has a time limit as well. You do get timed out if you don't take your shot.
But with snooker, it's harder, isn't it? But like every frame is 10 minutes, but every shot has 20 seconds, and then after 5 minutes, every shot you've got to play 15 seconds, and you have to hit a cush after the object ball's been struck. So.
Interesting. But yeah, Chinny, I will be very interested to see what you think of this because being the snooker player you are, I think you would be quite impressed.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm more impressed with this than the darts.
Okay.
because I feel like this is more realistic. I mean, the DARS gives you a bit of help, doesn't it? This, to me, doesn't feel like it gives you any help at all.
No.
This is basically playing pool,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we need to get some of this on this week at some point and see what you reckon.
Yeah.
It's cheap. I mean, it's cheap enough.
£7. Yeah.
Cheap enough. So yeah, get it bought, Chinny.
Get it bought, Chinny. What are you doing?
We'll have a bit
Come
of
on.
a tour. Yeah, what would be really cool is we could, if we get enough people with this, we could do a knockout tournament.
A knockout tournament.
Oh, there you go.
Fucking
That-
knockout.
It's hard
tournament.
enough getting
Just
two
crack
people.
the poles
on-
over people's heads, and then they're knocked out.
Knockout tournament, man.
Jesus.
We could have like a league table knockout tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, we're talking now. Virtual VR pool league. I think
Yeah.
we should try and set it up.
That would be tricky.
Everybody we know who has a VR headset has to buy this.
Well,
Yeah, get it, people, or we'll come
Yeah,
and knock you
get
out.
this. Black hole pool, that is. If you look it
Black
up on,
hole pool.
if you
won't
search it,
play?
if you search it on the app for the Oculus, it will come up at the bottom because
And it comes up faster if you sing it.
It
Yeah.
does. Apparently, I've heard that. I've
Soundgarden
heard
song.
But Chinny, get it. Let's play it this week. We'll organise a night. And
we'll give it a
play
go.
This.
We'll give
We'll
it a
give
go.
this a
Now,
go.
Stu, if you really want Chinny to play this, you'll just
Yeah.
buy it for him.
You can't gift App Lab games. Weirdly.
Well, you could give him some money over
I
the
can't.
internet.
You
got
can't
Cash
gift
App.
them. Weirdly, you just.
You don't have
I
Cash
think
App?
I don't think that's a thing.
You don't have Cash App.
Oh.
That's a thing.
I think Chinny's got enough money. He'll be fine.
I don't think money's a thing anymore, Duke. I don't
Yeah. Chinny
don't
doesn't
want me
need
to
money.
give him
He's
money.
just. He
I'm
likes.
not saying he needs it. I'm saying it's a token of your desire to
He
have
walks.
him.
He walks down the street throwing fivers at children. That's what Chinny
Yeah.
does.
Well, that's because he wants them to leave him alone.
No, but they are attached to house bricks, though.
That's true. That is
Fuck off.
true.
Fuck off.
Here, have a fiver. It's wrapped round it. There you go.
Yeah.
Aw.
But yeah, get it,
The
Chinny.
student shared my book with her parents. That's so cool. Sorry, go on.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing more to
Yeah.
say. It's pool.
Okay.
It works. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, play it, or we'll knock you out.
Yeah, well,
Knock your block
in
off.
a tournament.
not
Yeah.
your block, not your cock off. That you will.
Chinny, you're up.
I've only been playing Mass Effect 1 this week.
Oh, you see, I
don't
haven't
have a
played
sound
any
effect
this
for
week,
Mass
weirdly.
Effect.
Weirdly enough, though, because at the start of Mass Effect, by the way, Sean Thiel in the chat said, "Can you read from your?"
Oh, have you still got your little book?
Profanities
Is
book.
it there?
Yeah, it's here. Look, there it is.
Find me a word to describe how you feel playing Mass Effect. Let's see if you can. find
You're
one
so
of those.
dense, sir.
No, I can't. You need to because I like Mass Effect, so I can't pick.
Here, wait, no, Chinny, Stu, say that again.
See if you can find a word to describe how you feel playing Mass Effect.
Make me.
Oh, there you go.
I got a soundboard from Mass Effect. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a good sound clip. Oh, I like that one.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist.
Or, as George Bernard Shaw said, a pessimist is someone who thinks that everyone else is as miserable as he is, and he hates them for it. That's the best quote about pessimism ever.
So one of the profanities is Sasquatch,
Sasquatch.
and it stands. What it means is it's an unpleasant penis
Really?
Now.
or a brutish man.
Oh,
I appreciate that, Skipper.
interesting.
Shitler, I think I said that one before. Nasty piece of
Shitler.
shit. I've got to open the window.
Spit
Bear
it
with
out,
me one second.
or are you trying to build suspense?
Oh, this is sweet.
Sweet. I'm liking the soundboard.
Sweet. Yeah.
Aye, aye, sir.
Joker. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
All right, so
yeah,
Chinny, how
well.
do you like it? Have you ever
Yeah,
played
how
this
you
game
find it? How you
before?
finding this? Have you played it since the original time you played it? Is he still gone? Is he still
No, I
gone?
played it twice this game already.
Ah, have you? I've only ever played it once.
So I played it once in 2007 when it came out.
Yep.
And I played it again in 2010.
Damn, you can remember the year when he played it last. That's crazy. I
That's
can't
not,
remember
no,
where I
that-
put my
that's-
car keys yesterday.
That's not because I'm special. That's because I checked my achievements.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, this is how Chinny sounded when he got to the first battle in the game.
Oh, good. I really need to kill someone.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah.
right.
you go.
So Mass Effect. When you start the game, you know you're expecting. I'm playing as Tara. So let me see if I can. Let me see. How can I get that?
He's gonna put up his picture of his character on the screen.
How can I do that?
That's what he's trying to do right now. And this is what all the listeners are saying right now.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
But I've made my character Tara.
Awesome. Black Femme Chef. I had the same thing my first playthrough.
So she is cool, and I showed Tara the like the image.
Yeah.
And
was she flattered?
She was like, "Oh yeah, actually, it looks pretty good." So
you got the image, the likeness down.
Yeah, I think she was impressed.
Cool. While you're trying to get that on the screen, by the way, everybody, there was a South Asian club raising funds at our school, and they did henna tats. So I got me a henna tat. And if you look carefully, you can see that it's got, where is it? Here it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nope. It's got DLF in there. Duchess for life.
Ah.
Yeah, right there. I can't run it back and forth because I'm bad at moving my finger. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. So you know, we honor our loved ones. Stu, how have you honored Kay recently? I said she nags me a lot recently.
Yeah, she does. Nags me. There you go.
Sorry, Chinny, you were saying. Go
so
ahead.
yeah, she's on the screen now. I figured.
Oh, that's pretty good.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So the game starts, and you know you're the bloody humans, smelly race, and all the aliens are pissed, and you go and chase Sarah, and he shoots the other Spectre in the head, and then you get 3 options for missions, don't you? You've got like, save Liara, and then there's like Geth shit going on one planet and Geth shit going on another planet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think
there's lots of Geth shit going down.
And I think the 3 out of the 3. The last week you said that you saved somebody out of a plant.
Yeah, I went to Pharos. Is it Pharos?
See, that was the only one I fucking didn't do. Right, so
that's funny.
So I've not got where you are.
But have you been to Monkey Planet? That's what I want to know.
Where is the Monkey Planet?
Near Pharos, there's a monkey planet where you have to go and get some data or something.
I know where that is though.
Oh, some shit.
I saw the place to land on it, but I'm on Pharos now, so I'm fighting the Geth through there.
Yeah, it's a pretty good mission though. Actually, I really enjoyed it.
But I've done the other 2.
I know you're way ahead of me.
So I'm way ahead of you.
How many hours have you put in then already?
11.
Wow, you're about 4 hours ahead of me. 4 or 5 hours.
I think one of those hours was on standby. So let's say 10.
All right, okay.
So let's say 10. Yeah. So it's a good game. Let me read my notes. I have got notes.
Go on,
but
go on.
I'll tell you what.
What did you think?
I had a moment of like playing this game,
yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, this game's good." Do you know what I mean? Like straight away, I was like, "Oh, so." And I never had that with Andromeda. I never once
thought, "Oh yeah, this is
can't wait
this
to play
is
Mass
the
Effect.
dogs."
Yeah, like it's just so comfortable to play. Do you know what I mean? It's so.
Yeah, I feel that
easy to
way.
play.
Even though I've only ever played it once before, even playing it again, I'm like, do you know what? This holds up pretty well.
Yeah, like for a 15-year-old game,
yeah,
this holds up very, very well. It is a bit stiff in places and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like.
What did you think about the sticky cover thing?
Hate it.
Fucking awful, isn't it?
Hate it.
I can't remember how was it implemented in the original game because I can't remember.
You press A. Yeah.
Well, that's all we need. Why did they do this fucking sticky cover shit?
I even looked in the options to take it out.
It doesn't work very well either.
And one thing I miss, not a lot of games have these custom face options. That they have presets, don't they? They're like, here's 7 presets and you can stick. And I miss that about these games. So yeah, I made Tara because originally when I first played the game, I made Tara, and I always liked that character that I made. But then, remember, I got my account. I lost my Xbox.
You
account.
You did.
Was
that when it did it get nicked?
Yeah.
Was that when you got your Xbox nicked?
I had to. No, it was something else. So it got hacked in it, and I lost all my achievements.
You did.
So then I played it again as as like, and I made myself. I made like a me character. But every time I think about playing Mass Effect, I always think of it playing. Even though I played 1, 2, and 3 as a male Shepard, I always preferred the female Shepard. But I only played Mass Effect 1 as a female Shepard. But when I think of Mass Effect, I always think of female Shepard. So now,
did you not have the character crossover from 1 to 2?
If you were listening, Duke, you would have realized.
I wasn't. I was trying to read my school email. Sorry, my bad.
We can see. We saw you typing
in
notes,
2007.
furiously.
When I played it in 2007, I started it as Tara Shep. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
And then I got my account hacked. I lost my account.
Right. Okay, yeah.
Played it in 2010 and played it as me, and then played 2 and 3 as me. But every time I think of Mass Effect, I always think I preferred Tara Shepard to Mike Shepard.
Gotcha.
So now I get to play Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 as Tara.
Yeah, the way it was supposed to be.
I also did there's a DLC mission, because obviously with these games the DLC missions just pop up straight away, and that's the Batarians. Do you remember that mission? Have you done that, Stu?
Yeah. I don't think I did.
Yeah, I remember it. As soon as I started playing it, I was like, oh, this is a DLC mission. I remember this. But it pops up straight away. So you're on an asteroid, and you've got to stop these like not lasers, but like big thrusters. You got to switch them all off. It'll be in your missions. The good thing about the Legendary Edition is that all the DLC from 1, 2, and 3 is included.
You see, I never bought any DLC because I'm a stingy.
No, but I bought the DLC for 1, and I've played that before, but I didn't buy any of the DLC. Or maybe I bought 1 for 2, but there's a few that I didn't buy. So I'm quite looking forward to like not only playing it all again, but having the chance to come across missions that I'm like, oh, I never did. And also in Mass Effect 2, I never unlocked Jack, the female companion that had passed for me. So
see, I had Jack.
So I don't know why I missed out on Jack, but I didn't get her.
I like Jack. She were a great character.
Everybody said like she's one of the best characters, and
she is.
I never found her, so I'm looking forward to that. The leveling up system is really simple, and it works still. It's easy to figure out.
Isn't it great? You know, one of the things I thought playing it was like, isn't it nice to just have something that's simple?
Simple.
You know what I mean? No fucking like levels and tiers and
the user interface. Even, this does have loot of guns, but it's simple to do. It's got a really easy comparison graphic. It's not complicated at all. It's so easy.
I wish games now were just like this.
I know.
Just easy, simple, and a normal leveling up tree that you don't have to fucking have some sort of degree to understand.
I'm playing with like biotic powers, which I didn't do before, so that's just a bit different.
Right.
I like the fact that the codec is fully acted. You know, so you go in the codec and it tells you all the history of the aliens and the. Yeah, I mean, I don't listen to all of it, but like, there's a guy reading the whole text.
Yeah.
And I just think, wow, what a level of polish that is.
It's intense. It is a level of polish. I
feel like
you can listen to it about like how the humans were discovered, how they discovered like Mass Effect like technology on Mars, how the Turians like had a war with the humans, and I'm like, wow, this. And it's all, I don't have to read a goddamn thing, and they can just say it to me. It's like an audio tape, you know. Every codec you could turn into an audio tape and listen to it. It's so good.
But I do feel like, I was going to say, I feel like games back then were made with some passion and not necessarily all about profit.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
BioWare's always been about polishing stuff up. I mean, if you look back at like Baldur's Gate, their earlier role-playing games, like they did that kind of
back in the day, but I feel like Andromeda was pushed out as fast as he could get it out of the door because the publisher wanted it published regardless of whether it was.
And I mean, it's not that there aren't passionate people on that team, it's just that they have different pressures, and they have different, I think they had different requirements as a team. So.
I do feel like it's different now compared to 15 years ago. I think things have changed in gaming as time's gone by, and it's all profit orientated.
The big games take longer to make, and a few are far between. And
there's much more committees making more camels.
And then there's the like Mass Effect Andromeda essentially became an open world game, really. Whereas Mass Effect isn't really an open world game.
No, it's fairly linear.
It's very linear. Like you have 3 options. You can do these 3 missions, these 3 dungeons, essentially.
Yeah.
in any order you want, but you have to do them, and they're all linear dungeons. And then you've got a few planets that you land on where you can wander around, and they're pretty boring. So it's a pretty linear game, and it's just nice, but it doesn't feel that linear. It feels grand, and it feels like you're traveling the galaxy, but it's also at the same time quite honed in and focused.
I mean, pretty much the most like more recent stuff they did, like Dragon Age Quick. That was classed as an open world game, but it wasn't really. Yeah. There was quite big open areas, but it was still fairly linear to play.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where it wasn't like none of BioWare's games up till Andromeda, I guess, have been truly open world. They've all been fairly
I can't speak
linear.
for Dragon Age, but there you go. But I mean, straight away, the story's more dramatic, and the characters are just more interesting, and they're all in. I feel like in Andromeda, everybody's sort of taking it all with a fucking bit of tongue in cheek. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, we're in Andromeda, bit of a laugh in it. It's a bit of we're having a laugh, right? And I'm like, no, this is serious. But in Mass Effect,
it's the last gasp for humanity here. Hello.
And I know there are some like funny lines in Mass Effect, and I know there are some like funny moments and funny dialogue, but they're few and far between. And I feel like Mass Effect takes longer to get there, therefore earns them a lot more.
Right.
Whereas Andromeda is like, hey, who turned off the light? It's always like really tongue in cheek, and it doesn't. It Mass Effect takes itself way more seriously, and you straight away you hit
story
with,
that they're telling.
You hit with wicked actor. I mean, you've got Keith David talking to you straight away.
Yeah.
You've got like a better caliber of actors, and you've got like I forgot like the ambassador of the human people. He's like a good actor. All the council are good actors. You've got like a bad guy established very, very quickly who's a good actor. The voice acting is just so much better, straight away.
I just think they allowed the story to breathe as well. It's almost like we can take our time and let this slowly develop as you're going along, and it's fine.
But like you've got Saren, who's the bad guy, and like essentially what the story is the Council of the Galaxy, the Milky Way, have these soldiers called Spectres, and you're the first human Spectres. No one really likes humans because you're the new kids on the block. And Saren is a Spectre, and he's gone rogue, and you have to find out why. And then there's this other story of the Prometheans being extinct, and it's the Reapers that did it, and no one knows why. And you're going along the way, and that's it. I mean, you're given the goal of Saren is bad, go find him very quickly, and it's so simple to follow. It's not too complicated. It's just so much better. It's unbelievably like it's night and day how much better Mass Effect 1 is, and it's amazing really how unlikable the characters are in Andromeda and how likable they are in Mass Effect. I mean, they're just so irritating, and like I don't know, they're just every opportunity to make a memorable moment, whereas in Mass Effect, like the memorable moments just they come once every like 10 hours or something, but they're brilliant. I'm really enjoying it, I have to say, and it's never a chore to play it. And the other thing I noticed as well, which stood out to me straight away, there's loads of random people on the Normandy. There's loads of like random workers, just working away, doing fuck all, which is good. But on Andromeda, there's literally no one else on that fucking ship.
Apart from the people you crew up with.
But the crew, yeah.
That's just weird.
Right, and like, but on the Normandy, there's like 6 people by the cockpit, like doing stuff.
Well, it's a working spaceship.
There's 3 people by the fucking map, just chilling, doing shit, and you think, oh yeah, this feels like a real shit. Like I'm on a ship here, like I've got a crew, and I don't know the names of the less important people because they're shit. But
yeah, we don't need to.
I'm doing captain business now.
They can get the fuck out of here. And meanwhile, as Dr. Liara and Sony said,
the fate of the entire galaxy hangs in the balance.
So we don't have time to be learning the names.
I've just saved Liara, and I thought Liara came out the plant, but she doesn't.
I did.
Is
that not
Liara?
her?
No.
Is it not? Shit, and I've just played that mission.
So I was certain, like, I'm sure you saved Liara out of a plant, but you don't.
Yeah.
You go onto a planet, and she's in like sort of like suspended animation. She can talk, but like she's like in a force field or something. And
she's frozen in carbonite.
They get the hold in her because she's a Promethean expert. She's like a scientist expert in Promethean technology, and like Siren wants to, kidnap her and tap into her knowledge, and you save her, and there you go. And I think, do you remember who your sort of love interest was throughout the Mass Effects?
I think I got off with Jack, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think from what I can remember, I copped off with Jack in engine room.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Nice. What about you, Duke? Do you remember your?
I'm looking up who was the options for the first one.
I think there was in the second one. There's like a Miranda or something like that. I think there's a woman called Miranda. But
that does ring a bell.
I think Liara.
I don't think I started romance until the third one.
The Liara is the best character because she's like I don't know. It sets it up like the perfect story. Like, oh, I don't know much about humans, and she's getting on with Shepard. She's making a job, and I'm like, it's Liara. Liara's the one. So I think I'm gonna hone in on her.
So do you think Liara was the one on your other playthrough?
No. I think I got with Ashley, the racist, on the first one, and then Miranda. I think. Go on, Duke.
I wanted to in Mass Effect 2. I think is when you first meet that doctor with the gray hair.
Yeah,
she's awesome. I love that character, and I was so frustrated when I found out that you can't try to romance her.
Yeah.
So I was like, she reminds me a lot of the Duchess. Is sarcastic, whatever, smart, and doctor. And so anyway, Jack is a good option, but I don't think you can woo Jack if you're female Shepard. I'm looking at the wiki here, and it says
I was male Shepard.
But I did go after Jacob Taylor, the Cerberus operative. Because he was fine. His elbow will play him in the.
I think I'm gonna go after Liara throughout the 3 games. I think I'm gonna.
You're gonna go for the wooing. You're gonna woo her, are you?
Stick with her, yeah.
Well, it doesn't say anything about Liara in the second one here.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know. Well, if I have to have a fling on the second one, I have to have a fling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But you could do Samara, who's also a sorry.
Well, yeah,
You have to spread
the
your
Liara's leaving me hanging. I'm gonna go for another Asari.
Yeah.
There you go. Gotta get that Asari booty.
So Mass Effect 1, brilliant. Oh god, looking between planets is so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. It's literally like blum, 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 done. Whereas in Andromeda, there was a cutscene for every time you zoomed into a planet.
Yeah, you see, they just make stuff too complicated now. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The only thing that I thought was strange was like, I always thought there was more than this, and this is Andromeda. Something Andromeda does quite well is there's not much chatter between the characters during the mission. Like they're fairly silent.
Well, I think it's interesting because you're playing 1 right now, and I think they definitely started building that up more and more as the games went on. Like they realized what a good mechanic that is. So it's interesting to go back now to the first.
I feel like this is the game that where they because in GTA 4, the big thing about GTA 4 was, which was a year later, that they chat in the car, but if you play the same mission again, they have a different dialogue.
Interesting.
Right. So I think they started to realise around 2007, 2008 how important it is for characters just to sort of chat to each other in idle time. But like in the Mako, they're hardly talking. I don't know if you think so, Stu, but they never really talk to each other much.
They do. I noticed a bit of talking, when we were going to missions together. I don't. In the Mako, not so much, but the Mako's a bit shit anyway, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I mean, I have to say that the vehicle in Andromeda is a lot better, but the guns, you don't get guns on the vehicle on Andromeda. But the guns on the Mako are brilliant because you've got the machine gun and you've got the missile gun.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic. So I would always pick the Mako.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. I think Mass Effect 1 is just an absolute delight, and I can't wait to keep playing it. I'm going to overtake it. I'm going to probably start 2
Well,
before you even
to be
finish
honest with
1.
you, I would have played more of it this week, but I can't remember what I did. Something else. I can't remember what I did. But there was a reason I didn't play it, and I was just like, but I played other stuff as well. You know, I wanted to get and the pool, man. The pool's taken off. I played quite a lot of pool.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. Liking the pool. Duke, over to you.
Yeah, I've been playing 2 games pretty much exclusively this week. One is the Mahjong solitaire game that they have on Steam. It's just called Mahjong, so I couldn't find. You do a search for "Let's Play Mahjong" and it'll show you like people actually playing it.
Wow.
I didn't realize this, I guess, when I first got it, but they have 72 layouts for that Mahjong game, which is really nice because there's a standard layout that every Mahjong game gives you for solitaire. But this one has 72 different layouts, so I'm going through them all. And the most frustrating thing about the game is when I don't know if y'all played a lot of solitaire Mahjong, but the idea is you have a bunch of tiles, you remove them in pairs, so you find the one with the, they're all, I guess it's Chinese, Japanese, I'm not sure exactly what they are, but some of them have dots, some of them have these like bars, some of them have flowers or whatever. So you'll find the one with 2 bars over here and then the same one with 2 bars on the other side, and they have to be free, like on the edge of the design or whatever, right? So sometimes you have to take, and it's 3D as well, so you have to get them from the top level and then a second level, and then they're all on the bottom level. So it becomes a challenge, and sometimes, despite your best efforts, you'll have the final 2 are right on top of each other, and there's no way to finish the level. And it's just like, no,
that's
you
annoying.
son of a bitch.
That's really annoying.
But I'm doing pretty well on that, so I'm clearing them out, and it's really fun because again, it's one of those games you can start it up, do a level, get it done in 3 or 4 minutes, and then get on to whatever else you're playing. Which for me is also Rocket League. That's always fun. I don't have anything to say about it, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Because the game I have most been playing this week, you may recall last week I gave Astroneer a try. Chinny just pulled up a Mahjong game.
Yeah, I did.
So sorry.
I was going to try and guess what you'd played then before you started talking.
Well, you can guess what I played. The next game I'm going to talk about.
Because Strange Horticulture came out, and I'm wondering if you bought that.
No, I didn't. Why would you think I'd buy it? I'm just making a joke. But you know what? Jacinta said it looks good, so hey, you know what? If
It's got some good reviews, man. People are loving it.
So what? Yeah, well, that doesn't mean it's a good game.
It just means you're wrong.
I could be wrong, but I'm not.
You could be wrong.
Anyway, last week I played Astroneer, and I refunded it after trying mightily for 2 hours to get into it, and it just didn't happen. But it put me in the mood to play a good game that involves landing on a planet and not having technology and being close to death and having to build up your base and stuff. So I went back and reinstalled No Man's Sky.
Oh, yeah, you did.
And I think I realized why I gave up on it last time.
Oh, here we go.
It's the tyranny of the quest log. Every game, okay, when you talk about the meaning of life.
Oh boy.
Oh God, are we going down that rabbit hole?
Well, that's the thing. In a video game, if it's an open world game, if it's a y'all been playing Mass Effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an open world game. Open worlds. Huh?
Open worlds.
Ish.
If it's a story game, if it's linear, then the meaning is clear, right? When you play, I don't know, what's a single player game that's not open world these days?
I don't know.
I can't think of the last.
Uncharted.
Play Call of Duty or Uncharted. Yeah. Like it's clear where you need to go and what you need to do. You don't have any choice, right? The meaning is laid out for you. It's very, it's locked in.
The good old days, like I say. The good old days.
Yeah, good old days.
Right. Well,
when games were games.
Up comes Grand Theft Auto and, Oblivion and others, and they burst that open and they say, okay, look, there's a main quest line, but there's all these other side quests you can do as well. And the question is, what do you want to do? And you suddenly have your fate, your purpose in your hands as a gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So in Mass Effect, you have this ticking time bomb of, the world's going to end and all universe is going to be
But also, can you fetch my dog?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. That's true in a lot of games, but in No Man's Sky, there's a twist because in the lower right corner of the screen, it takes the thing that you've highlighted in the quest menu and it's always on the screen.
Ooh.
So I think the last time I played it, I kept getting distracted because the newest thing you find out about, the newest thing, someone comes up to you and says, yeah, find my dog. Or, I mean, it's not really quite that stupid in No Man's Sky, but, you know, there are things, quests you constantly stumble upon. Right. Exactly. Find my cat. But I did do something similar about that, by the way. We'll come into that. The latest thing just becomes your active thing on the quest log. And so it's in the corner. And I think I just kept like, okay, now it wants me to build this in my base. Now it wants me to do that. Now you got to go to the freighter. Now you got to summon the space anomaly. And I realized this playthrough, I don't want to do any of that shit. I don't care about having a base. I don't care about the freighter. I don't care about sending out frigates on a mission. I just want to wander around and get money and get better supplies and get better weapons and get better this and get better that. Now, I made a stupid mistake because I switched up my multi-tool. I had a really good multi-tool, and I had found this modifier for the multi-tool, which, you know, part of this game, the big draw when they first announced it was, Stu, you got real excited about this if you'll recall. You wander around, you scan life forms, and you get paid for every life form that you scan, right?
Yep.
So, and I remember thinking when the game first was announced, I was like, well, who cares? What do you do once you scan it? And now I'm like, oh, I love scanning life forms. Anyway,
Scanning for life.
It's become this inversion. Stu now looks at this and goes, stupid game. But I'm like, oh,
yeah, I look at this and be stupid game.
But here's the thing. I had this, you know, you get these, I don't even know what they're called, modules that you put into your visor. And it took, you know, if you got like 100 credits every time you scanned a different, you know, animal type, it multiplied it by like 5,000%. So suddenly I was getting 100,000 every time I scanned an animal. I was like, ka-ching, baby.
Wow, big bucks.
But then I didn't realize that I forgot, I guess, that it stays in your multi-tool when you switch up multi-tools. So I was in the space station and they're like, here's this new multi-tool with twice as many slots in it. And it's got this awesome, you know, scattered blaster weapon. And I was like, okay, yes, please. And then I go scanning animals and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not getting paid anything for these. Oh, damn it. The modifier is in the old one.
And you can't take it out and put it on there.
Can't take it exactly.
You see, look, right. I'm just going to say it again, Chinny, and you're going to totally agree with me here.
Yeah.
The beauty of Mass Effect is what happens, Chinny, when you upgrade a weapon.
It transfers your
It goes, do you want to transfer the mods to your new weapon?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
Job done.
Fair enough.
Mass Effect for life.
Here's something. Something new happened this playthrough that's never happened to me before. And again, as I said in our year in review show, I think Hello Games wins the award over the last 5 years better than any other studio of constantly providing worthwhile updates to their games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because but you know what though? They've been very successful on the back of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's persistence is key. You've got to admit that, because these guys, when this got fucking like,
it got roasted.
Everyone hated it, man. They hated
and they hated the developers. That's the other thing. You would have thought there was no way for them to come out of it.
This
and
is the biggest turnaround in video games.
For better or worse, I think the sad part of that, though, is that a lot of developers are like, well, you know, if the launch doesn't go well, we can just pull a Hello Games and just fix it later.
Yeah, but
which
most
is
of
not
them
great.
And most of them don't manage to do it.
That's true. So anyway, the point is every time I play it, like, there's been a big update, and so I can't tell, like, you know, it doesn't say, like, I don't know. You eventually come upon the stuff that they've added.
Yeah.
But I don't know when this was added. Okay, so I'm going through this, like, wreck. And once in a while you find these wrecks of big ships and you're trying to get the stuff out of the cargo holders. And sometimes if you blast through the door, it'll summon the sentinels and you have to fight sentinels and whatever. And they made the sentinels, you know, once upon a time, y'all played this when it came out, right?
A little bit.
I've never played it.
Okay, well, the sentinels at first were these little floating pods and they were very easy to kill. Well, they eventually realized, okay, what players want is like horde mode. So that's how it happens. You still start out with these little floating pods that are very easy to kill, but then they call in these walking robot dogs, and then they have these big ships that attack you. It gets intense if you let it escalate. So you can decide how far you want to go with these sentinels. Anyway, I'm going through the wreck. I'm not trying to escalate things with sentinels because I didn't have a lot of weaponry at that time, and I'm going through the wreck, and I'm trying to figure stuff out, and I'm getting, as soon as you open the cargo box to get the valuable stuff inside, it also launches some radioactive clouds, and I'm like, and I have to run away. So I'm running away, radioactive cloud, my health is going down. I'm like, and then I get out into the fresh air. I'm like, oh, thank God. And this enormous space snake goes flying over my head. I was like,
You gotta
holy
watch
crap, what
those
the fuck
space
is
snakes.
that?
Yeah.
And then I went running back to my ship, and I could see it like circling my ship. I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. And I launched off into space. And those are the moments that make this game so good, because, you know, it's real threats. Now, it's not that big a deal if you die. Obviously, you go back to your last save point, and every time you leave the ship, you save. But nevertheless, it was.
So let me ask you a
intense.
question, Duke. I'm going to ask you a question, a serious question here.
Go ahead. I'm ready. I got my serious face on for those who aren't watching the stream.
Is it still installed?
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's okay. Then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just checking because I
I've
know
been
how fickle
playing
you
it.
are. You know what I mean?
I am very fickle.
You're
You are
bigging
not
it up
wrong about
now,
that.
and in like 10 minutes,
No.
you'll be like, "This game sucks."
Well, it's possible that next week I'll be saying that, but so far I am still very deep into it.
I remember why I only installed it last time.
Well, you know, it may happen. I don't know. But it could also become like Rust. Like, I've never run install Rust. I have moments where I'm into Rust, and then times when I'm away from Rust. But I've never really uninstalled it. So anyway, here's one thing I did realize. You have a galaxy map, right, of the whole universe, and you can go from system to system, right?
I don't know. I guess I'm
Well,
going to
there's a galaxy map, and you can go from system to system.
Take your word
Unfortunately,
for it.
within each system, there's no map. So you arrive in a system, and it will always tell you here's where the space station is, but where the planets are in the system, usually a system has like 4 or 5 planets. You just kind of gotta sweep around and try to figure out where the planets are and how many there are. You hope that you've looked at all of them, because a lot of times it's like corroded planet, no air, no radioactive everywhere, and then it's like boiling planet, high sentinel activity. I'm like, damn, I want to find a nice, lovely planet. They're called paradise planets, where I can just wander around and get stuff. But
I'm
nope.
guessing these are still randomly generated, are they? The planets?
They are
and stuff?
procedurally generated. Yep.
Yeah.
And see, and that's the other thing, is that like one of the things they've added in it, and maybe this already always existed, but I don't think so. There are different kinds of systems that you want to get to, and you have to have a certain type of engine in order to get to that system. So I just got the cadmium engine, which it's not made by Cadbury.
Oh, is it not? That's what I thought.
It sounds like it, but it's not. No. It is. It's the special. It allows you to go to the red systems, right? And
The
so
red
there's more
system.
value.
The red
There's
systems.
more valuable stuff there. Yeah, they're run by communists.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So you know, there's these levels you keep trying to get to, and I've never installed the cadmium system or the engine before, so I'm embarking on a new phase of the game.
Are you excited to go to the red systems?
I'm not all that excited, but here's the thing, because
like
I
a
know there's
child,
going to be
Stu.
probably more fighting,
I know.
more threats, more of this, more of that. There are settlements
More big
now.
snakes.
More big snakes, yes. There are settlements now. This was one of the big updates recently, and you know, I don't know. They give you a little tutorial, like you get a distress beacon at one point, and then it leads you there. And there's people walking around this little city. I don't know how they eat food, because there's no food growing anywhere that I can see. But whatever. I guess they don't really deal with any of those nuts and bolts things. But it's like, they give you a little, as soon as you finish the first part of the quest, it's like you can go and claim this settlement as the overseer of the settlement or whatever. I'm like, okay. And then it gives you a little list of like, here's why it's useful. And it's like, they'll generate materials if you manage them correctly. But if you don't, it may cost you materials. I'm like, God damn it, I don't want to have to start micromanaging.
You see,
some more
I'm going to
shit
be
here.
honest with you now, dude. All this.
That's how I felt when I was playing Fallout 4.
No, all this stuff they're adding to make it better, for me, make it worse.
That's fine. But it's of course you don't have to do it. You don't have to do the settlements. And I'm not doing the settlements. So I'm with you on the settlements. They also added pets. So if you have the materials, you can make these like food pellets. And then I went up to one animal recently, and I was like, oh, I have enough to make the food pellets. So I made some food pellets, and I gave them to the thing, and it was like, he was all happy and jumping up to me, but he was still like timid and fearful. So I had to like pet him a few times, just like the horse in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, God.
I know, right?
Could this game get any worse?
So now I got a pet, but, it's on this planet. I took off in my spaceship, but apparently you can like summon them through your, I don't know how you do it, but you can summon it to whatever
He
planet.
flies through space with no helmet or anything.
I hope
wherever
he can
you
breathe
may
the
be,
air on whatever
fine.
planet I'm bringing him to, because
Yeah, it'll
if
be
not, that
fine.
would suck. That'd be pretty funny if his head just exploded.
Yeah. You should ask him how he's
Uh,
traveling, like, because that seems
yeah.
like a way more efficient
Well, they can't
way.
talk.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Wormhole.
I was on this one planet and I was out gathering stuff, and then it said, "Warning, toxic storm approaching." I was like, "Oh crap!" So I summoned my ship. I got in my ship. I waited around for it to finish, and then it said, "Toxic storm clearing." I was like, "Yes!" And then it said, "Extreme night toxicity detected." I was like, "God damn it!" As soon as the storm clears, here comes the night toxicity. This planet
space.
sucks. I'm leaving.
Space, man.
So that's the last thing I'll say about it, is that it's kind of hard to tell, like, how do you find a good planet? You know what I mean? Because you don't want a planet where there's nothing to be gained from it, right? And sometimes the nice planets they're boring. There's nothing there, and the hard ones have a lot of environmental threats, and there's the sentinels, and there's sometimes aggressive monsters and dangerous flora and stuff. But I'll say this: you fall in a cave in this game, it's a snap getting out. So take that,
Bam.
Astroneer.
Yeah, snap.
Bam.
No messing.
Yeah. Ooh.
I was always a
sick
bit
burn.
worried I was going to get lost in caves, though, I must admit.
Yeah, well, I mean, in this game, I don't know, especially now that I've gotten some modules to boost my backpack, levitation. And that's the other thing. Astroneer really needs a backpack that jetpacks to lift you out. Nope.
How does he go? Oh, yeah.
It's but most of the time, if you're in a cave, you can just shoot up, and then you'll see the sky, and then you can. And it's whose sky is it? Well, it's no one's sky. It's no. It doesn't belong to any human. I don't. There's some elegant way to say it, but I can't. So that's No Man's Sky. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's deep. It's rich. It's sweet. I'm loving it. Yeah.
And they keep on adding
That's it.
shit for you
And
for
they
free.
Keep on adding stuff for me. For
Adding
free.
stuff for free. Yeah, you got to give them the due. I played another game this week, which I'm just
FREE, free, no charge.
which I'm terrible at. I don't know why I played it.
Oh, no.
Terrible at these games. Terrible. I don't know why, but
It's
I'm
honey
drawn.
bun time.
I'm drawn to them because I'm so terrible at them.
Yes.
And that would be Hitman 3 because this is free.
I really want
I
to play
I've never
this.
played a Hitman game because I know I would hate it because I suck at these games.
I'm so terrible at it. But I persevere.
I think that's what you're supposed to do, though.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
what you're supposed to
recognise
do.
I'm shit at it, but I persevere with it and I just keep on going till I hit my objective.
I think that's the
You
point
can
of these
do it.
games. You're not supposed to do it first time. You're supposed to just kind of finesse it.
Yeah, get better at it. What's kind of cool though, it's quite forgiving because you can save anywhere,
Right.
so that helps. So just before you're going to attempt something stupid, save the game, sorted. So and it does have a lot of auto saves, so that's pretty good. I still find it completely ludicrous.
Oh, it's.
I think you're meant to.
I think it's a comedy game at this point.
They are, because this dude must be pretty well known now. He's killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you go to Dubai, to the tallest building in the world.
The Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, to there. And you walk into this massive party with your barcode. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking, why doesn't he just wear a wig? Put some hair on your head or something. But no, he just walks in.
Maybe he finds them
bald head.
irritating, Stu.
Maybe he does. Bald head, barcode. No one bats an eyelid. Hello, sir. Come on in. Come on into the party. We don't know who you are, but you look fine to me. Get in here.
You look like a normal citizen.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I think you've got to take it with a pinch of salt there.
I think
Stu.
you do, but that's fine. That's fine. Favorite moment was killing someone with a banana. That's always fun.
I mean, who doesn't love doing that?
I can't imagine anyone who wouldn't want to kill someone.
Especially
with a
if you
banana.
take the banana off the wall of the art museum. It's a $70,000 banana.
Exactly.
With the duct tape.
Exactly. I kind of like the fact you can just tip people over the edge of balconies and stuff. That's always
good.
fun.
Always fun.
Always fun.
Always fun to kick somebody off a balcony.
It is. Just pick them up and chuck them over while they're screaming. And it has a satisfying thud at the bottom. I'll give it. The sound effects are pretty good.
Yeah.
If you threw someone over the balcony and then they hit the floor underneath, I expect that's what it would sound like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's weird I'm having these thoughts, but I think it's playing the game.
You've got to
that's
get the
done it.
serial killer out of you.
I think you do. I feel like you do.
Everybody's got one in there.
I feel like you do. This dude has no qualms. I mean, I guess it's you as the player has no qualms. You just kill people indiscriminately.
As the kids say, he has zero chill.
Yeah, zero chill, man. Stick them in lockers. I mean, one of the things I found was quite interesting. You can put somebody in a trunk or like a big box or whatever to hide the body, but you can also climb in there with them.
Yeah.
To hide.
Why
not? Why wouldn't you get in there with a dead body? I don't know. So yeah, I'm pretty low. The upshot is I'm pretty shit at these games. I did it.
Yeah.
I took out the targets and I got loads of XP. I don't know how I got that.
XP's good.
XP's good because I did various things that I hadn't realized I'd even done. And it's like, oh, you got 1,000 XP for you opening this door. That's fine.
That's pretty nice.
I know, yeah. I got 1,000 XP for opening a trap door on top of a roof as well. Because I got the key card. Then I opened this other door, which was a good escape route. That's how I escaped at the end, which is pretty cool. But disguises just do not work in this game.
Why?
Right? Because you put the disguise on, and literally within like 2 people seeing you, they already know you shouldn't be there. It's literally like you see one person, they walk past them and they're like fine, and then you see a second person, and they're like suspicious straight away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I've only just put this on. Then you have to kill them or knock them out and take their costume or whatever. It's just it's like
so
work.
much killing required. Oh,
I know.
Who has time?
It's work. You've got to kill people. You've got to constantly hide bodies. At one point, I'm in the middle of hiding a body, and then a housekeeper walks around the corner.
So annoying.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? Can you not see I'm busy here? Right? Then I had to kill her.
Yeah, well, you've got to at that point.
I know. I had to get rid of the witness. But then the problem was I could only fit one body inside of the cupboard.
Oh, what a day.
Oh, honestly. And then I had to find another hiding place. Oh.
How do you cope?
It was a shit show. That's all I can say. Anyway, I am going to play a bit more of this because it was quite fun, even though I'm shit at it. I think what's quite good about this game is even if you're a bit shit, it's still all right. I think that's
I'm keen to play it. I'm really keen to play it.
It looks good as well, by the way. It does look great.
Yeah, is Hitman 1 and 2 on Xbox?
Yeah,
Game
it's
Pass?
all 3. All 3
Excellent.
of the games.
This is
all
excellent news.
3.
This pleases Mike to no end.
It is getting a lot of negative reviews on Steam, by the way.
Well, fuck them.
Because people don't like the fact of the price and the always online DRM or whatever.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
People get knickers in a twist about. But also, apparently, if you played 1 and 2, if you pick up this version of the game on Steam, it doesn't carry any of your progression over from the other 2 games, which people were pissed about. So,
well, what are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah, just play the game and have fun. Kill people. Who cares? You just gotta kill those people.
Yeah.
So it's good. Give it a go. It's interesting. It's on Game Pass. There's no reason if you've got an Xbox, whatever.
There's no point in doing a gaming podcast anymore because all it is like it's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass, so you can just play it.
Well, that's if you play games on Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't, then don't listen to the show.
I mean, the only thing is we've just literally got to wait until something decent comes out on the PS5 again or PS4 or whatever.
Whenever that will be.
Whenever that is. God of War Ragnarok, I'm guessing at this rate.
I guess.
It'll be the
a new Horizon game coming out?
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't like Horizon. Never like that game.
I'm sorry I offended you.
I know you offended me because I didn't like that game. I'm interested to see what this dude does. I mean, he just walked straight up there. I got told off for going up there. Like, where are you going?
He don't give a shit. He's wearing a different level of disguise.
It must be where he hasn't got a disguise yet. So this dude isn't even in disguise. So he's going to kill someone here. Ugh. Here we go.
All right. No. We're not doing that. No.
He's doing it. He's killing him. He's punching him.
Okay.
There you go. Job done.
We're not commenting on YouTube videos.
I'm sorry. I'm just seeing how what this dude does compared.
Hey,
see what I mean? He just kicked the shit out of that dude. Next thing, another dude walks around the corner.
Dude, what
fuck?
What Mahjong game would you recommend on Steam? Because I've just played one on the lines, but I keep getting fucking adverts popping up saying
well, that's the thing is that you can get free ones, but you're gonna pay with your eyeballs. I think the one I have is. Let me look at how much the one I have is.
I've got one on my phone that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, I got one on
They'll
my
be pretty
phone
cheap,
too.
I imagine.
It's
They're not
made
gonna be
for
expensive,
up
are
and
they?
down. Like I thought I'd have to rotate the screen, but this one I got is.
Yeah,
like,
I think
I don't know,
I've got the
in-app
same one.
purchases. It probably has ads, but it's good. It's probably the first one came up when you said search for Mahjong.
Yeah.
So the one I have here on Steam is oh god, it's $10. What the fuck?
Jesus
What the
Christ.
fuck? Did you pay
I know,
$10
right? That's
for a
crazy.
Mahjong game?
I must have gotten
What's
this
the
on
matter with you?
sale though. I can't imagine paying $10 for this. But I'll tell you what, it has a lot of different tile sets. Like I said, it's got like 72 levels. The music's good. It's loud. You can't turn the volume down on the music. You can turn it on or off, and it's like.
Oh yeah.
But it's a really well done version of Mahjong. So,
What's it called?
Mahjong. Mahjong.
I see one
The
Mahjong and
developer
it's
is-
$6.99.
Well, that's might be what it is for you. Does it have like a sort of a yin yang for the O? Because that's the one I have.
Yes.
Yes. Made by Sanuk Games.
Yes.
Came out February 20th, 2017. I guess that's the one. So
I'm
if you
gonna-
can get that one cheaper, I would say that's the one. But
I'm gonna buy it now.
Buy it now,
Oh,
Chinny.
snap.
Buy it now.
There
I
you go.
like Mahjong.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a well-made version. So I didn't realize it was so expensive. Though. I must have got it cheap.
You must have done.
Ugh.
Must have done.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, I have nothing else to talk about. Chinny, you just buying games. Hi, Ann Williams. Stu, do you have anything else?
Just one more. I did play a little bit more of Unpacking this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to play this.
I don't know whether I like it or not.
Oh,
People
great. Now
love
who's
this
fickle?
game.
I
People,
know they do. I
You
get
loved
like,
it when
oh
you
my
talked about it last
God.
time. What the
You
hell?
get
We
to-
hate you, Stuart.
You get
know.
to know the person
put
that
stuff
you
away.
that you. And you
It's almost as much fun as coming home from the
who
Super
thought
I
Bowl.
find it a bit
that there's
boring.
a story in the game where it's
Why
so
did you find it boring?
crazy.
Didn't you expect what this is? It's like
I
saying when I got
know.
Hitman, I didn't expect it to have all this killing in it.
I find it a little bit tedious.
Well, of course, it's a game about unpacking boxes.
Because you
Why-
unpack
why-
all
why
your
would it be
boxes,
tedious?
right? So you do all that, and I'll be honest with you, right? I don't think much about. I just put it where I think it probably goes.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm just like, I put all this stuff on shelves and in cupboards. And,
How many options can there be?
oh,
Put
there's
the
fucking-
toilet brush
you
next to the
can't- No, but there's
computer.
like 4 rooms.
I know.
So what do you do? What's kind of interesting is, right? You'll get your
but
boxes.
then you get it wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you get your boxes by room, okay. But then
Yeah.
there's probably about 10% of the stuff in the boxes that shouldn't be in that room.
Which
so then
is
you-
how it is when you actually move. I don't know when the last time you
yeah,
moved
yeah,
was, but
yeah, yeah.
that's how it works.
So you've got to figure out whether. But sometimes, right, I can't figure out what it is. So I'm trying to work out what it is, and then because if you can't work out what it is, I'm not sure where it's meant to go.
There's
I'm
another
not-
dildo? Jeez, I just said pack my
what's
dildos.
this person putting toothpaste in a cupboard for? That goes in the bathroom. What is up with them? So
Well, maybe you want to brush your teeth in a hurry when you're.
So you put all this
the
shit
computer.
everywhere, right? So you put all this stuff all over the place, okay? And then you think you figured out where everything goes, and then when you finally unpacked all of your boxes, and the stuff that's in the wrong place glows red.
Yeah.
So he goes, this isn't meant to
fix
go here. Put it where it's supposed
That's not
to
where
go.
the dildos go.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't trying to play my games. No dildo.
And here's a problem, right? Because I'd already put it where I thought it should go.
Well, you
So
try
then I'm
another
like-
one.
So I'm like, what the hell am I? So I'm putting another place. Yeah, it's still glowing red. Oh, put it here then. No, look, red.
Well, now let me ask you this, Stu. Are you sure it's not a space heater? Because that would be
Maybe.
glowing red no matter where it is.
Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know. I'm in 2 minds. I feel like I should like it, but I'm not sure that I do.
Well, a game like this is going to depend on the charm factor. Like it lives or dies by its charm. And I think if you had finished it in your first go, the charm probably would have carried through. You would have been you were charmed when you played it the first time.
I
That would
did,
have
I
kept
did.
going.
I did.
And then you would have finished playing it and been like, that was so charming. I'll play it again in a year or two and discover the charm again. But as soon as the charm wears off and it sounds like it's gone, then it's just it's as much fun as like dishwashing simulator, which I'm sure someone's working on right now.
Yeah.
I get it.
I just
I
want
do.
to apologise
I mean,
to the
imagine a game about lawnmower simulator. Like who the fuck
I
would
love
play
that
I
that
just
game.
want to
shit?
apologise to the live listeners. Like I started up Mahjong, and for some reason
saw that.
it started up in French, All right, I don't know why.
Oh, zut alors, très bien.
And then I had to figure out, and it was playing the music. It was going dong dong.
Yeah, and it's very loud music.
And I was like, oh no! And all the sound effects was on, and I was.
Fortunately, we can still see it over the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want to watch? Mahjong or fucking packing?
Unpacking.
It's called Unpacking. Come on. Get
So
it right
yeah,
now.
ultimately.
So let me ask you this, Stu. Hang on a second. Wait, let me ask this question though. How can you talk about how much you love Lawnmower Simulator and then talk about how Unpacking is tedious?
Because there's one very simple reason.
You can do a good job with Lawnmower Simulator.
No, Lawnmower
Simulator
is not. Lawnmower Simulator is not.
One is
tedious.
shit and one is very shit.
Yeah, one shit and only mildly shit. No, it's not as frustrating because I don't have to figure out where something goes. I just mow the lawn, and if I
you figure out where the lawnmower goes,
I just mow a few plants over, I just get some money deducted. It's fine, and I'm making cash.
You drive through the guy's living room and you lose some money. Who cares? Shit?
I'm unpacking all this shit. And I ain't getting nothing for it.
Yeah.
What sort of job is that?
That's why I didn't run out and get this as soon as it became available. I want to play it. I think it'll be charming. I think I'll like it. I think I'll probably go, what the fuck did you have a problem placing? But maybe I'll have the same difficulty you're having. Maybe the charm will wear off for me. I don't know. But I'm not paying full price for this shit. I ain't pay, what is it, 20 bucks, 30 bucks?
I have no idea.
Hell no.
It's on Game Pass, just saying.
Yeah, but I don't have Game Pass, and I'm not going to pay for it.
I know.
Unpacking. $20. You having a laugh?
You're having a laugh.
Fuck out of here.
You're having a laugh.
Absolutely not. Even though I still do have some money left over.
I think if I'd have paid £20 for this, or even 15 quid, I'd have been a bit like, ooh.
Well, yeah.
It's a bit expensive, that is.
No doubt. And by the way, the money I got back from Astroneer, I bought a game on sale today called Cloud Punk. Hopefully, I'll have something to say about that next week.
Sorry, I feel like I've heard of that.
You fucking talk to me, Cloud, you punk.
Talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard of Cloud Punk. I don't know.
Well, great.
We'll see.
Congratulations. You've heard of a game.
I know, I've heard of a game. And that's
you want some kind of fucking prize, punk?
All right, Chinny, anything you want to say about Mahjong while you're playing it now?
Yeah, how are you finding Mahjong?
So
how about
small.
monotasking? Oh, wait, I'm sending emails to my students' parents.
It's so small.
Well, you can go full screen.
I guess so.
Be in the settings somewhere.
Where do I get the settings?
Settings,
You got to go back to the main menu, probably. Which
sounds
means
like
stopping
work.
in the middle of your thing. I know.
Oh, no. Sounds like work. I think that's
anyway,
my review
I'm
so
assuming
far.
there's nothing
It's
else you
small.
want to say about video games, and therefore we're going to talk about emails.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Oh,
no.
Oh, we got the news.
There's a lot of
I almost
big
forgot
news.
about the precious news, which is going to be very important and interesting. Go ahead, let's hear this.
There's some big news this
the
week.
biggest news of video games
The fucking
ever.
biggest news
Oh, that's
ever.
right. Oh my
Fucking
God!
ever.
The big company bought the other big company.
Microsoft went, no. Feeling a bit flush this week. I think we should buy something. What shall we buy?
No, this is the scene. Phil
Champ
Spencer.
wipes his ass with $600.
Phil Spencer wakes up, drunk, hungover. What did I? What did I? I'm sure I bought something last. Phil, you literally spent half of Microsoft's available cash. On what? It must be something good, like half the planet. No. It was fucking Call of Duty and some World of Warcraft bullshit.
Yeah. You know you can get that for free because they're doing Warzone free now. You didn't have to buy it.
You didn't have to
Don't
pay
even-
68 billion for it. You could just
$68
download it.
billion.
Warzone's free.
What the fuck? Why is this company valued for so much? How are they making money right now? Everybody's sick of Team Deathmatch, the one you pay for. Nobody cares about the single player. And Warzone's free. How are they making money? Is it really people buying shit
Battle
on Warzone?
Pass.
Well, how the fuck are people buying a battle pass? Why would you do that?
I don't know, but people
don't
do
get it.
because I play Warzone. I play Warzone, Duke, and people are wearing the fucking shit that you unlock in Battle Pass.
Once upon a time, I thought I understood gamers. I was one of them. Now, what the fuck?
You see, mate, I'm just to give you an idea of revenue, I've just pulled it up because that's how quick I was. In 2021, Activision's revenue was $2.07 billion. Now, it's going to fucking take Microsoft a long time to recoup that cash, innit? I'm just saying.
It doesn't say how they're making that money, though, does it? That's what I want to know. I mean, I guess it's battle passes. It makes no sense to me.
Something blew my mind the other day because.
Oh, sorry, I'm telling a lie. That's a quarterly revenue, so they're making about $8 billion a year.
Wow. Anyway, but something blew my mind the other day where you know, because there's this big debate whether Call of Duty will be on PlayStation, right? And Phil Spencer says, he worded it weirdly. He was like, yeah, like that or something. I don't know. He said that on a tweet, but he was like, yeah, we love PlayStation and we love that, and don't worry. But then somebody said, what if Game Pass just becomes available on PlayStation? And that blew my mind. I was like, I never thought of that. What if Game Pass was on the PlayStation?
Dude. There's no reason they couldn't do it. I mean,
why couldn't they do it?
Why couldn't they?
Because Sony would never allow it.
Yeah, but when
that would rob Sony of. Yeah, I mean, they would have nothing setting them apart from the Xbox at that point, would they?
I don't know. I mean,
no,
they
got to come up with their own thing, and they've tried. And
they are working on their own thing, but I feel like Game Pass.
What I'm really trying to say is that Sony.
Everybody compares this to like Netflix, but I think it's the wrong comparison. I think
what's the right comparison?
Microsoft are trying to be the Spotify of games,
oh,
because
I see.
if you're releasing new music and you ain't on Spotify, then get the fuck out. So like,
Apple's trying, but they're not.
They are just dominating. Like Netflix, like other people caught up to Netflix, like Disney caught up to them, and you know Amazon caught up to them. But I think Microsoft have saw the vision and gone, we need to be Spotify where we just dominate. No one fucks with us, and they've spent. Who's gonna spend $68 billion doing it? Nobody. Sony can't do that.
And here's the other thing to keep in mind about that, though. It's not just about them getting that money back
it's about signups,
sheer revenue. It's about their stock value. Yeah. And as soon as you have this thing that's going to bring value to your company, your stock value goes through the roof.
Yeah.
Well, just to put it into perspective, the moment this was announced, Sony's value dropped by $20 billion. Damn. Just from
that's the flip side of it. It was just bonkers. The fact that your company didn't do anything, good or bad, and your stock value plummets. $20 billion. Like Jimmy McNulty.
Wiped off $20 billion.
This is why it's not a matter of one company, one CEO being smarter or more kind or compassionate. The whole system incentivizes growth like viral tumors. Just keep growing constantly always. There should be antitrust legislation breaking up some of these big ass companies.
Well, Kay, when I told Kay, her first reaction was, that's disgusting.
Yes.
That amount of money, which is
imagine what that money could do for like homeless people.
Oh, exactly. It's the GDP.
Vaccinating people around the world.
But
a lot of countries.
But have you seen Call of Duty though?
Hey, I have it installed right now. It's a fun game.
It's pretty good.
I thought it was kind of funny because the World Bank manager commented on this. Did you see this?
Yeah.
What did he say? Damn, that's a lot of money.
Damn, he went, damn.
He said,
God damn.
Damn. No, he basically.
I ain't seen that kind of money in years.
He said he himself thought it was disgusting because he said the World Bank. The World Bank sets aside money to help developing countries for however long, and they've just thrashed all that out, and they've set aside for the next 3 years $24 billion. And he said, and these
guys, is our pocket change.
These guys are like 3 times that amount on it's effectively just a company. Yeah. And it's just like he said that it's just beggars belief.
But it is two of the. I mean, Blizzard and Activision are two of the biggest.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Blizzard have released one of the most phenomenal games ever made, World of Warcraft, and also Activision have released a cultural phenomenon that is Call of Duty. But what is Activision other than Call of Duty and a few Tony Hawk games at this point? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you. I
mean, it's Blizzard too, right? Is Activision Blizzard?
Yeah, it's Blizzard. But like, all I hear is they've bought World of Warcraft and Call of Duty.
Yeah, they got Heroes of the Storm, and they got Diablo 3.
My immediate thought was they've overpaid. Like they've overpaid, man.
Because you don't understand finance, man.
Yeah, well, obviously they've looked at numbers, right? I get that, and that they make so much on Battle Pass, and You know, but this is Microsoft's secret model, by the way. You know, where you go, oh, they earn so much money from Game Pass. Do you know where else they earn a lot of money from? Is the battle passes. They earn so much money from the battle passes because every game has got a battle pass. Halo's. Why do you think Halo Infinite has a battle pass? Because people buy that shit, right? So they
Same with...
they want people sucked into the ecosystem. And then go, well, whatever game they get sucked into, A, they're paying us monthly for the privilege, but B, they're going to probably buy the fucking battle pass anyway. So if every person bought something for £3 on every game, fucking hell, they're fucking nuts.
And I'll tell you, I'm amazed that Psychonauts keeps allowing me to just recycle my points for the Rocket League pass because I haven't paid them money since the first time I bought it, like 5 seasons ago.
You're the one that does that, but for every one of you, there's probably 10 that don't.
Oh, 10,000 probably who don't. Because
well,
I can't.
I'm saying, like,
they're not making any money off of me.
Everyone like you, there's like there's like 100 that don't do that. And
I'm the anomaly. I'm the weirdo. I'm the freak.
Think that, but I don't know. But I don't know. My immediate thought was like, are Activision that valuable? I mean, they've got Tony Hawk. They've got what else have they got apart from Call of Duty? Name other shit that Activision have.
Diablo 3.
Well, Blizzard. Yeah, that's Blizzard, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, are they different companies?
Yeah, no, they're the same thing. I'm trying to break it down. What do Activision have?
Oh, I don't know what's not Blizzard that's Activision.
So Blizzard have got what? World of Warcraft,
Heroes of the Storm, which I have no idea if that's profitable
Hearthstone.
or not.
They've got
Hearthstone. Yeah.
Overwatch
is not something to be sneezed at.
No, that's not. That is pretty
sizable.
Good, and that's very Microsoft friendly, isn't it? Very universal.
Now, if they could only clean up the fucking toxicity in that community, then we'd be all set.
Well, I mean, they can't solve all these problems. But yeah.
That's right. Ian Williams pointed out Candy Crush earns more than anything for them.
Yeah. Maybe it was Candy Crush that
tipped it over the edge.
As crazy as it seems to us, that's a huge moneymaker.
That's it. Neil's right in the chat. They own. This is weird. They own Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Because Crash Bandicoot. It's weird because Crash Bandicoot was a PlayStation exclusive for years and years and years. It's made by Naughty Dog that made Uncharted and The Last of Us, and they re-released them all recently. And now Microsoft own that. Like it's a game of Risk, and Microsoft is winning big time. And there's only Greenland left, and that's Sony. Sony is Greenland.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, Greenland's a big land. I mean, that's a lot of territory.
Oh yeah, Sony ain't no small. But I wouldn't. The thing is, I always think console, like battles and wars or whatever, they're always a pendulum swing. Always, right?
Yeah.
And at the moment, it's swinging towards Xbox just because they're throwing money at the solution. But if Sony release a really good Game Pass Sony version with all their exclusives,
they do have a lot of exclusives.
With all their exclusives, with all their past exclusives, right? PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and all PlayStation 3 and 4, and just all their back catalogue and library. If they do that, they will get a good following.
They have traditionally taken the approach of we're going to sell it to you again, though. They haven't been here's everything.
We're in a different world then.
We are in a different world. I agree, and I think they'll need to catch up. But Nintendo has found their niche with the Switch and marketing to a different demographic.
Nintendo are just
Xbox.
Basically on a different planet. They're like the squirrel playing the flute. Like no one knows what the fuck they're doing.
But I don't know if there's room in this world now for both. I mean,
there is. I don't know. There is. There's
the Mac has made itself essential for its users. You know what I mean? People who use Macs, people who use Apple products, they're deep into the ecosystem of Apple. Yeah. I don't think Sony has that same hold.
I don't know.
A
lot of people love Sony, but I think if Sony release a really good Game Pass with all their exclusives, their back catalogue, it might not be as successful as Game Pass is right now. It might not have the library, but it'll have a good librbrary. It'll be quality
and it'll give the Sony fanboys a reason to stick with Sony.
And we've got
right now they're feeling. I'm sure Sony fanboys right now are feeling like I really wish I had an Xbox so I wouldn't have to keep buying games.
Yeah, or I really wish Sony would hurry up and do Game Pass because I want to fucking do that. But Netflix it survives, and Disney Plus exists, and whatever because you've got Hulu and shit, haven't you, over there, and you've got other services exist. and you've got BritBox over here, Stu. They can all like obviously you got the big players. I feel like Disney and Netflix are the ones, aren't they? They're the big ones, and Prime probably as well. But so you could have a Game Pass, and there's room for. What if Steam did one? Think about that.
That would be interesting.
What if Steam just turned around tomorrow and just went Steam Pass? See you later.
Subscription, like everything on Steam, you mean, or like they
most
have
things,
a certain
70%.
Most things. You know,
like
I don't know. I'd probably be on board with it.
Do you know what would be even more interesting? Would be Steam Pass with Steam Deck. You know, when that thing comes out.
So I think Microsoft have just they've clocked onto something very quickly with Game Pass. They struck gold with it. Now they're throwing money at it because they know that somebody else in the gaming industry will follow them. Right? Somebody else is going to do it. So what they're thinking is, I'm just going to buy the fucking lot before anybody else. Yeah. And they'll win because money wins, I think. But somebody else will do a good job. I think if Sony did one or Steam did one, it would do well. It would survive.
I do think, though, that being said, I do think Call of Duty will stay on other platforms.
I think so, yeah. But
I don't think it's like a Bethesda thing.
No, I think it's more like a Minecraft thing. It's more like, you know,
it's like it's cash cow.
There are some games that are just culturally relevant, right? That the moms and the grandparents know what they are, and people know what Minecraft is that don't play games. People know what Roblox is. People know what Call of Duty is. People know what GTA is. They're just culturally relevant, and I just don't think it would do them any favors to make it exclusive. Now, the next Elder Scrolls and all that sort of stuff, definitely, because fuck them. But the Call of Duty is just too. It's a game that you play constantly all the time. It's streamed all the time. No, it just isn't gonna. No, it's not Phil's
it wouldn't
way.
make sense.
Just,
it wouldn't make sense
because those PlayStation people will also buy a battle pass.
Oh yeah, of course they will. That's what I said. It's a big cash cow. But the interesting thing is, I've just been having a look at how much money Microsoft makes from Game Pass, or they're estimated to make this year, which is about $4 billion. They're estimated to make this year.
What's their goal? To keep people on it and to get more people to sign up.
And to be fair, do you think it's cost them $4 billion to have those games on there that they have on it? I doubt it. They're making cash.
Well, they spent. How much did they buy Minecraft for? Was it $2 billion? That seems like pennies, doesn't it? There.
Yeah. Well, when you're making $4 billion a year from your Game Pass service,
I mean, just from that, not let alone everything else.
Yeah, just from that on its own.
Yeah.
They are just a bottomless pit of cash, aren't they? That's all Microsoft is.
But you've got to spend it to keep making it. You have to.
Well, it's the same in everything. I mean, we were talking. I mean, I know this is a totally different subject, but Tracy at work, she's a huge Burnley fan, right? This is like football. But it's exactly the same. She said that they cannot compete with the top teams because, and it's a similar sort of thing because the Man Cities of this world and. Chelsea.
The problem.
No. What they do is they buy up all the best players, even if they don't play them.
That's right.
So their second team is usually better than most of the other teams in the Premiership's first team because even if you just sit them on the bench, they're protecting the sort of investments, if you will, because they know they're going to always be top of the league because they've got all the best second tier players. Yeah. They got everyone, and the teams that don't have a lot of cash end up losing out because not only can they not buy any players because most of them have been taken up by the top teams regardless of whether they play them or not, they just haven't got the money. And it's the same in every business in a way, isn't it, when you think about it?
Money,
same sort of thing. Cash is king.
Turnover is vanity. Cash is king.
Yeah. Some bit of quick news. Super quick news. Hogwarts Legacy there's been a lot of fucking rumors around this game. It was coming out, then it wasn't coming out.
Was this the Harry Potter thing?
Delayed again.
Microsoft will just buy it. I wouldn't worry about it.
It's not coming out, then it is coming
out. Is it coming out or not? We want to know.
It's still on track for 2022.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
I think I'm in the same mind, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. It's gonna
Duke,
happen.
we've just got an urgent email.
Oh God, well, from whom?
From Phil Spencer.
Oh my God!
Oh snap! I'm surprised he's emailing us, but
he's
let's hear
bought the Veteran Gamers. Do you want to know
it.
how?
I love Xbox.
Do you,
it only costs £5.75.
Yeah. Well, no, he's a bit generous than that.
That's funny that the Patreon people wouldn't just buy the show.
Exactly.
£13.37 that he's paying
that's
for
a little
it.
more, yeah.
And
how much of that am I going to get?
We'll discuss that. But
discuss
not
it.
a lot, right? But the thing is, we can only talk about Xbox games. So,
I rarely talk about anything else.
And the thing is, Stu, I've already accepted the offer.
I'm a bit worried now.
I've already accepted the offer.
Oh no,
there's nothing to be worried about.
And one of the
just sit back and play some Xbox games.
One of the small prints is that we all have to get a tattoo of Phil Spencer on our back as well.
Oh no.
Well, another one?
Yeah.
Oh well, I suppose I'll have to just get used to it.
And there were mentions of back rubs in the contract as well.
What?
I'd love to have a back rub, sure.
As long as it's not feet rubs, I'm all right.
I don't know if there's feet rubs.
Like
we'll have to check the small print, but basically, Phil, what we're saying is if you want to buy
small print on a contract ever hurt anyone?
If you want to buy the show, Phil, the offer's there. You know, we're happy for you to buy it.
Let's finalize this sucker.
Yeah, let's finalize. Well, we'll take $1 billion.
Yeah, we'll take $1 billion.
We'll take $1 billion.
Bring it.
So that's like, do you know what? Phil Spencer roots around in his jeans pocket and just pulls $1 billion out that I didn't even know was there.
No.
Ka-ching!
Well,
look at this.
Hell, who knew that? Who knew that? I forgot all about that billion there.
Is that your? Did you just drop that billion?
I know. The hell. A bit more super quick news. If you've got your Nintendo Switch and you can't wait to play Dying Light 2 on it, forget it because it's not coming. Apparently, it's been delayed.
Who was waiting to play Dying Light 2 on their Switch?
I have no idea.
Who's that guy?
It was meant to be coming. It was meant to be coming.
Well, unfortunately, you're fucked.
Take-Two CEO says despite launch issues,
super quick shittoos.
GTA Trilogy did great. It was fine.
Yeah, because most people don't read the gaming news and they just buy it anyway. So
yeah, just buy it anyways. Yeah. It's fine.
No one cares.
Lego Star Wars developers allege extensive crunch. Apparently, there's been some more stuff going down. Now, I'll be honest with you, right?
Stuff.
You see a Lego game.
Yeah.
It's all cutesy and stuff. You don't expect them to be wankers at the development studio, do you? When
they're
making
absolute pricks.
Fucking pricks. This is true. This is like what they're saying is. Just let me read this because I remember there was some.
How else was you gonna?
I know. I'm gonna read this. A big problem is that the crunch was premeditated, said one former employee.
You don't say.
It wasn't an emergency protocol when things were going wrong. Instead, it was a tool in the box for production. Projects were planned with crunch periods in the schedule, or even worse, crunch was the schedule. So some of these guys were working like 15-hour days, apparently 6 days a week. They were like making them work fucking stupid hours. So there you go. It's still going on.
That's capitalism for you. I mean, yeah, that's why do you think I'm doing all this? Because you extract the maximum labor from your workforce. That's what you do. And it's become normalized in the video game industry to just set the timer for 90 hours a week, and that's the way it works if you want to be in the video game industry.
Apparently
it sucks.
It was the estimated was 80 to 100-hour week, 6 day.
Unbelievable. Article 24 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Read it, people.
That is fucking bad, isn't it?
They need a union.
Yeah, and the pay gap was wrong as well. Women were paid 15% less than the men who worked there.
Fuck.
While the hourly pay for women was almost 24% lower.
Sorry, I'm gonna admit something I've never admitted before. I was multitasking and I didn't hear exactly what you said earlier. Which company is this?
TT Games, who make the Lego games.
Fuck that. I never play them anyway. I can't boycott them. I'm already boycotting them.
I'm already boycotting fucking 6 developers over here. What am I gonna play?
Sorry. I gotta get these emails sent. I don't know what to tell you.
We can see that's all you've done all show. Fuck you.
Well, I still got my email full. My inbox is still full of 30 emails. I'm not making as much progress as I need to.
What are you gonna do?
I keep stopping to talk. If I just went I'd be doing much better.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I care about what you were saying.
What are you gonna do?
I care about being a decent host, just not enough to put the schoolwork aside.
And the only other bit of news I've already told you, because Strange Horticulture is out this week.
That's not news.
It is news. It's totally news. It's out.
If we're gonna start talking about every game that just came out, I'll just pull up Steam and read off.
Anyway, let's read some emails. It's emails time.
Okay, now can I play the email song?
What are you gonna do?
Now is it okay?
I guess.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Whoa, that ruled.
I forgot that I cleaned out my personal email inbox recently. And so I have nothing in my email inbox except what y'all just sent me.
Oh. Anyway, you found yet another email that went into the spam folder. So I keep finding these emails. I keep looking through it every week just to check that none have gone in there.
Is it from January 2020? It says this is going to be a great year.
Yes.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know.
I was joking.
It is.
I was just joking.
No, it isn't actually. It is from January the 7th though, and it's from Undead Kerber. And he said this. He said, "Hey guys,
hello.
Hope things are going well. I'm in the new year of 2022. So here's my top 5 games that I played this year. So these.
All right, let's hear it.
He gave us the top 5 games, and we never saw it because it's. So I'm very sorry.
Sorry,
I do apologize.
Better late than never. That's
Better late than never.
Let's hear it.
Number 5. Here we go. Number 5. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, 1998 on the N64.
Wow. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that didn't come out this year.
No, it didn't. It came out a long time ago.
No, I'm pretty good with years, but I'm pretty sure that didn't come out.
He says, "Yeah, I know a little behind." Last year was the first time I played this game, and I played it on the N64. Fantastic game. And how they managed to make an open world game in 1998 that works greatly astounds me.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me say this about that. Well, first of all, the original Legend of Zelda was sort of open world. If you remember.
Yeah.
You could go all over that world.
And Link to the Past.
Here's what I'll say about Legend of Zelda games. I find it fascinating that I've always had some students who are like, I'm into classic rock, like Pink Floyd, man, Led Zeppelin. Like, that's cool. That's always been a thing. We don't really have students who are into classic hip hop. I'm always hoping I'll find a student who's like, yeah, man, Run DMC, Public Enemy, dude, LL Cool. No, they're just the stuff that came out in the last 6 months, and that's it. But I am seeing some students who are into like classic video games. They're like Legend of Zelda. They're like, oh, dude, I love Legend. And I say, if you had to pick a Legend of Zelda game that's your absolute favorite, and they go, oh God, I can't pick. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I respect that.
Yeah.
No, Breath of the Wild.
These games hold up. These games hold up.
Apparently.
They do. Number 4, Star Wars. Star Wars Vader Immortal Episode 1.
That's the VR game.
It is. So he said late last year I purchased an Oculus Quest 2. And among some other games, I picked this up, and it was incredible. Stepping into the world of Star Wars, it's an incredible. It's all right. I must admit, I wasn't as impressed. I did like it. It's cool, but it's a bit of a rip off. I mean, it's like £7 for an hour, pretty much. 45 minutes, £7 for a 45-minute experience. All 3 together last literally less than 3 hours. To play the whole game from start to finish, and it'll cost you like £22 or something for free. So I think it's a bit pricey for what it is, but it does look cool. It is quite cool looking. Number 3, Conan Exiles. Imagine Minecraft, but based in the Conan realm with better graphics, more to build, and way more ferocious monsters. Fantastic game.
See, more to build. Okay, you know what? It's been a long time since I played it. I need to give this one another try because I remember playing it back in the day when it first came out, and there was like 5 things to build. I assume there's more now, but I also didn't like the thing about you could have NPCs in your base if you enslave them and torture them to break their will.
I like that. That's what
But
happens.
some people like that. More power to you.
That's what happens, man.
You'd probably
That's
play
how
a
it is.
serial
That's how
killer
it
game
works,
if
isn't
it was
it, Chinny?
Yeah.
Chinny, it's what you do. You have to break the.
I like games where you feed an animal some pellets and then they're your friend forever and they can travel through space.
I don't think it works like that.
It all sounds a bit wishy-washy to me.
Yeah, it does. You need to slap them a bit with a whip or something.
Yeah.
I'm with Chinny on this. Anyway, number 2, Psychonauts 2.
I've heard it's very good.
I pretty much played this game every chance I could when it came out and completed the game in less than a week. A psychedelic music mashup with animation that looks like it was created in the mind of Tim Burton, and with Jack Black helping create the music and voicing one of the characters with an interesting story. I just couldn't put it down. I have played quite a bit of this.
You played that, yeah.
Yeah, then I got distracted. The other stuff came out. You know what
Doesn't
I'm like.
sound like you.
I know what you're like.
No, it's nothing like me at all. I did want to finish this, and then I just didn't. And his number 1 game of last year was... I've got a drum roll. Duke,
oh, yeah, drum roll. Hang on a second. I got you, fam.
Okay, here we go. Resident Evil Village.
Oh, snap. A lot of people put this as their game of the year.
Yeah, an incredible tribute to the Resident Evil series with many ghouls and monsters lurking in the shadows. Not to mention one of the most terrifying things I've witnessed in the game. All I will say is fetus. I know exactly what he's referring to. This section made me take a break due to horrific nature. It went
Sounds fun.
Yeah, well, people who have played this game will understand. Last year, I played all the main line Resident Evil games from Naught to Village, and I don't regret a moment. I love this franchise, and I will definitely play through Village again with infinite ammo and some of the best weapons of the game, aiming to unlock the lightsaber you can get. I didn't even know that.
Okay, lightsaber. I like that.
Cool.
I like
that was a
lightsabers.
thing. One last thing. Sorry about the long email, but I heard in the last show that Chinny...
We don't have time for long emails.
...was playing Man-Eater. And I know Chinny and Duke are fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Well, the guy that does the voiceover in the game is Chris Parnell, also known as Jeffrey Hoitzman.
Also known as Dr. Spaceman from 30 Rock. Hey-o.
There you go. He was a former public defender and boss of Sophia Perez.
Ah! Not my nose! That's where the drugs go in!
I don't remember who that is.
He's the dude who gets Jake arrests him for doing coke at the party.
Remember. I don't remember.
He's betting with him at first, and he's really becoming friends. And then he's like, "I'm gonna go bet him he can't pee from 5 feet away from the urinal." And he walks in, he goes, "Hey!" And he goes, "Hello!" And he turns around, he's got coke all over his face. Anyway,
I don't remember that.
and then he kidnaps him in an ice cream truck.
That rings a bell, yeah, but I don't remember his face.
Anyway, good luck with the show in the future and keep pumping out the content. It's always something I really look forward to.
Pump it up, pump it up. Get the beat is dumping. As you listen to the podcast, get you jumping.
Great. Whilst working the graveyard shift, thank you very much for that. Kerber. So it's cool.
He's working the graveyard
Kerber.
shift.
Working the graveyard shift.
In a graveyard or just the graveyard?
God damn, I just sent the feedback on this, and the dude's already like, "Thank you for leaving positive feedback." Some of these eBay sellers are just way too intense.
Oh,
but I wrote on
one
the thing.
other day.
I wrote on the thing for these. I said, exactly as advertised. They fit like a glove. No more sock on my left headphone.
You know, we bought Millie. I'll try and find it because it was really funny.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. It was very funny. I don't know where I can find it now. It was funny. We bought Millie a chessboard for Christmas from
Fucking hell.
I know.
I can see her. Oh, this is exactly.
Actually,
what
I have a
wanted.
chessboard right back there. You can probably see.
No, her boyfriend used to be in a chess club.
This is.
Oh
exactly,
God, super nerd. What the hell?
This is exactly what I wanted. Face. Wow.
It probably was what he wanted. Now I can teach her about the King's Opening. Have they watched the Queen's Gambit?
Of course.
You was teasing me saying that you was gonna get me a car and it was a joke and you got me this. Oh wow!
I wanted a car. I got a computer. Ferris Bueller. Nice.
I can't find it now.
Fascinating story.
But anyway, we bought it and I haven't left any feedback for it. And then they sent me this really weird message like,
"Can you leave me some feedback?
Please leave some feedback if you like it. If not, you let me know why you not like it or something like that." It was very pidgin English, and I was just like,
why do you hate me?"
Yeah, it was like it was literally like that.
Feedback, please.
That's exactly what it was
waiting
like.
here.
That's exactly what it was like.
You're not like the transporter now.
Oh dear. Oh, here we go. I found it right. This is what they said. This was the actual message. Dear buyer, I'm really sorry to disturb you again and again. I am very helpless now.
I don't have time to be answering all these emails.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm very helpless now.
Come on.
Because we are a new eBay seller, we need positive feedback to develop our business. If you receive the product and are satisfied, please leave positive feedback to me, okay?
I should get the fuck.
I have nothing better to do with my
We
time.
are very grateful. If you are not satisfied with our product, can you tell me? We are not to evade responsibility.
Yeah, I hate your product and you suck and fuck off.
And we'll actively solve it for you. Looking forward to your reply. Have a great 2023. I'm like, wow, it's a bit needy, man. It's a bit needy.
But you know what though? If you're trying to make a living off of that shit, of course you're gonna be needy. That's why people are so aggressive.
It's not aggressive.
You're not going to beat other people on price. This stuff coming from Hong Kong is like 4 cents for this. So the only way to stand out from the crowd is by excellent customer service.
Yeah, but this did come from
Hong Kong. There's a line
Kong.
between excellent customer service and like stalker level customer service. What'd you say it is from Hong Kong?
Yeah, I'd
imagine that it's surprised they give a shit about customer service.
That it's probably automated, Stu.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's read this other email. We've got an email.
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Our great supporter of the show, Derek.
Yeah.
Derek has sent us an email.
Thank you, Derek.
We love Derek.
Whoops. Oh, crap. Sorry, I just realized I put the thing in the wrong spot.
Okay. This is entitled, What Have the Microsoftians Ever Done For Us?
Derek. Sounds like a great guy.
Great guy.
He does. Hello, veteran gamers.
Hello.
Microsoft almost had me fooled.
What? They almost, did they?
almost had me fooled. But I ain't buying.
Why?
After the bombshell news that Microsoft had made a bid to buy Activision Blizzard and its associated companies, some people have seemingly lost perspective of how the video game landscape might look in the next few years.
Okay.
I subscribe to Xbox Game Pass every 3 months for £23.97. And Sony's PlayStation Network every year for $49.99, costing me just under £146 a year. My Game Pass subscription runs out on the 23rd of January 22. When your next show goes out, my PSN subscription runs out at the end of February 2022. After the Microsoft story broke earlier this week, I have decided not to renew either of them.
Yes.
My £146 will have to go on the little things in life, like food, drink, and household bills.
Yes.
I have so many box games and an equal number of digital games that I have hardly played or not played at all. I realised the main reason for not playing games that I own was due to Game Pass and the free games you get with PSN, which you can play as long as you're subscribed to both services. See attached photo of my box games on the PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. He's got a lot of games here.
Put it on the screen.
A lot of games.
I don't know. Chinny could do that, I've got to say.
Yeah, put it on the screen. Come on. The people want to see this.
Come on,
it's a visual aid.
They want to see his games. I'm having a look what he's got. Right, he's got, what has he got on here? Skyrim. He's got Skyrim there. Dead Rising 2.
Dead Rising 2.
He's got Mad Max.
Okay.
What else?
not as enthusiastic for Mad Max.
Resident Evil 2 Remake, Doom, Witcher 3.
Witcher 3?
Mafia Trilogy. Mass Effect
Trilogy?
Mass Effect Anniversary Edition.
And again, Duke.
Mass Effect Anniversary Edition.
Yeah. God of War, Assassin's Creed. He's got a lot of fucking games here.
God of War?
Goodbye, Commander.
There you go.
That's from God of War, right?
Yeah, that's classic.
Sounded Norwegian.
It's pretty close.
John Mulaney.
So he's got a lot of games. I'm kind of with him, really. He has got a lot of games. And an equal number of digital games I've hardly played or not played at all. I realised the main reason that, he's got that, I owned it was due to Game Pass and the free games PSN, blah, 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 blah. I have made a promise to myself.
Blah, 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 someone who sent us an email?
I was rereading something I already read. I didn't realise.
Okay.
Anyway.
Sorry. Thank you, Jenny.
I have made a promise to myself to play through as many of these games as I already own and to pay no money for any new games, also known as doing a Stu Fowler. In 2022. Actually, to be fair,
you there.
Here we go.
To be fair, I haven't bought an actual new game like a proper AAA, what you class as a AAA game, for a long time.
This whole Game Pass thing has further facilitated your ability to like
It is.
dip into stuff and just dip right out.
Dip in and out.
Oh, Derek. Can I pick your next game that you should play?
I think you should do it.
He's got some bangers on here, to be fair.
He has also said Breath of the Wild's on there.
Red Dead. I can see Red Dead Redemption with the zombie DLC.
Oh, I love that.
He's got Red Dead 2, Sunset Overdrive, a cracking game. Resident Evil 2 remake, brilliant.
Yeah,
Witcher
great
3,
game.
fantastic.
Mafia trilogy. Mafia trilogy.
I think
it's a lot of games.
You know what? Sunset Overdrive is a quality game. I reckon he should.
Oh, he's got The Last Guardians there as well, if he's not played that already.
He's got the Mass Effect trilogy.
Spider-Man. Chinny Spider-Man's there.
Dying Light, that's a good one. Oh my God, Derek, play these bloody games.
He's got a lot of good games there.
Yeah. I'd say let's get Red Dead done, Derek. Get Red Dead done right.
If he's not played Red Dead, get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done. Anyway, where were we up to? I don't know. Okay. If I buy any new games, it will only be if I have enough PayPal credit from selling stuff on eBay or exchanging stuff at CEX. I just thought I'd give you my personal take on the video game news. Thanks, Microsoft, for making me realize that I should appreciate what I already have.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair enough what Derek's doing. Like he's got a bunch of games. Why
he's got a lot of good games as well.
If he had no games and was like, I'm starting from scratch here, then obviously, get Game Pass. But if he's sitting on all those games that I saw on that picture, you have got some of the greatest games in the world sitting there. Play them.
And the thing is that there's always going to be a lot of hype about the next big thing that's coming out, but there's never going to be hype about the games that you already have. You could go back and look at the ads for the games that you own to remind yourself of why everyone was so excited about them when they came out. But as we've always said here, it's not about the having, it's about the getting, right? That's the thing that gets us excited.
We don't even play the latest and greatest, and we're supposed to tell the audience about it.
Exactly. But I can tell you about what No Man's Sky had that they put in their last update, maybe, or the one before.
I definitely think in the last year or two, this show and a lot of podcasts have been less about the new and current. Obviously, there's always something, but it's more about...
We do play Unpacking, so, we got you there.
But it's more about, like, because of things like Game Pass, like, everything's so available, like, it's more about just what are you playing rather than, like, what's the new thing that you're playing? What's the new... Like, we don't play, like, many new releases. I don't think...
Even I'm not as bad as I used to be.
No.
And there may be people who, like, tune in for one episode, and then they hear us not talking about latest stuff, and they're like, well, this isn't for me. And that's fine. Like, more power to them.
No power
if
to
that's
them.
you,
fuck 'em.
Sorry, fuck you. But nevertheless, I think that for me, it's always been about the love of the games, and that doesn't mean the stuff that just came out, because the stuff that just comes out, some of it's good and some of it's crap, and I like the stuff that endures the test of time.
I like that.
But it's interesting. But it's interesting to play Mass Effect now because that's an example of a game that has endured the test of time, and
definitely
maybe somebody wants to hear, like, I wonder what Mass Effect stands like in 2022, stuff like that. But whatever, who cares? Games.
Because some of those people who are listening will have never played it when it initially came out, like we did.
Some of Stu, get this.
Yeah, go on.
Somebody listening, might not have been born when Mass Effect.
I know.
Because that shit came out 15 years ago.
I know, it's true. It is true.
So fuck this. I am done with video games.
Even if they were only like a toddler, like
too old.
2 or 3 years old.
It's nuts.
It is nuts. It's nuts. And I think that's it. Is that it? I don't think there was any speak pipes this week. I don't think. I think we're done. Would you believe?
There are no speak pipes.
There are no.
I could pretend like I have.
There are no speaker pipes.
We have a speak pipe here from Joker. He's the flight lieutenant on charge of the ship.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
So there you go. Thank you for that speak pipe, Joker.
The Joker.
Everybody likes Joker.
And there's one here from Garrus. Yeah, here's one from Garrus.
Got your back, Commander.
Thanks, Garrus.
Everybody
We
likes
appreciate you
Joker
having
as
our
a
back.
character, but I just think he's a dick, Stuart. How about you?
He's kind of a dick.
Yeah,
I never fell in love with him the way other
No.
people did, but
Everybody
he's
loved
cute.
him,
I mean,
but
he's fun.
Even the way he says, like, "See you later" when you finish the conversation, he goes, "Okay, see ya," and I'm like, "You fuck you."
Now, can I just say, and I don't want to sound horrible here, but he does play the disability card. I feel
He fucking leans on that a lot.
Doesn't he? He fucking does.
All right, one last one. This last speak pipe comes to us from Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams.
Death closes all. But something ere the end, some work of noble note may yet be done. Not unbecoming men that strove with gods.
Okay.
By the way, I got that. I
Ashley,
literally
you
got that
weirdo.
dialogue today from Ashley.
What the fuck is she talking about?
She's reading a poem. She's into poetry.
Oh God, poetry. Pretentious.
Anyway, Duke, I told a lie. We did have one speak pipe, which I've just forwarded to you.
Oh, great.
Sadly,
Type. It's the way to leave a message for us.
Sadly, it's off Miss Guilty Pleasures, so it's only 14 seconds long. I haven't listened to
Why
it, so I
is
have
it
no
sadly?
idea.
We love hearing from all our listeners, regardless of who they are or what they send us. I, for one, am looking forward to this speak pipe. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Adventures of Sam Spade, Detective. Brought to you by Wild Root Cream Oil Hair Tonic, the non-alcoholic hair tonic that contains lanolin. Wild Root Cream Oil. Again and again, the choice of men who put good grooming first.
Well, I'm going to turn it over to my friend Krusty the Clown. Hang on one second. I got you.
What the hell was that?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Thank you, Miss Guilty
See, I bet
Pleasures,
you're glad I
you
sent
freak.
that to you, aren't you?
I'm guessing they just keep sending them until it's funny.
I know. Well, we're just waiting. I don't
it's
even
funny
know.
in its way.
Is that a reference to my hair? I don't know what that's even a reference to.
I don't think that. I think you're thinking way too much about it. I don't think it merits that kind of thinking. I think we should just move
Who
along.
knows? Who
It's
knows?
time for a shout out. Hey!
Shout out. I'm going to shout out Miss Guilty Pleasures for continually sending us crap speak pipes. There you go. I said it.
Without crap speak pipe, some weeks we'd have none at all. So
Yeah, it's true. It is true. So
better a
thank you
crap
for
speak
that.
pipe than a non
Exactly.
speak pipe.
I mean, it's a good shout out.
Well, I'm going to shout out the Duchess because she's awesome and she's making a delicious dinner tonight. I don't remember what's in it, but that's okay. I don't have any shout outs on the device here, so I will pull up my Twitter feed to see who's recently in my mentions.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Because that's a good way to do that. Kimberly Picozzi, whoever the hell that is. Tainted Brain, of course. G.H. Brock. Phil liked the braiding of hair thing. Oh, no, that's not Filthy, I don't think. Is it? No, it's Phil Barker, whoever that is. Who else? Tainted Brain, Jason. Oh, yeah. That is the thing of complaining about Google Docs. And Kev Westerman gave me some love for my Duolingo. I made it to a 150-day streak. What? That reminds me, I need to do my Duolingo for today, I think. Anyway, that's my shout-outs.
Is that it? Chinny?
Yeah, and everybody listening, thanks for listening.
I'm going to shout out my father.
Okay, I see you.
My father celebrated his birthday on Friday.
Nice.
My father is 78.
My father.
And I bought my father a present.
Okay, what'd you buy?
And I have never seen him so bloody pleased.
You know,
nice.
It's nice when you do that, isn't it?
That's a good.
Because he mentioned it like a year, months ago, and I made a mental note, right? And then I was in Stratford upon Avon, lovely part of the UK. Stu, I think you would agree.
I've been several times.
Especially
It is
if
a
you're a
lovely
Shakespeare
place.
nerd.
Yeah, and we were walking around and we bought like a little present. It was coming up to Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, Dad wanted one of these. I'm gonna get it." And it was a harmonica.
Can he play it?
Nice.
No.
Great.
But he was very happy to have it.
But I was speaking to him today on the phone, and he was like, "There's loads of videos on YouTube, Mike.
Well, yeah.
And I've been watching them, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and you got to practice
That's
2
right.
hours a day." And honestly, it's a good job my mum is deaf, because I think she would have left him.
Divorce. There'd been divorce on the card.
Yeah.
But you know what? Messing up on the harmonica sounds less painful than any other instrument.
It says
it's
my dad was
designed
saying,
to be
like,
played
these
by people who
YouTube
don't know how to
videos, they
play
say
instruments.
even an amateur could make a nice sounding with a harmonica.
There you
And I
go.
was like, yeah.
That's right.
But he's bless him. He's been playing away, and I'm like, I just think when he opened it, he was like, "Oh my god, I really wanted one of these. I totally forgot."
Nice.
And and he was so pleased with it.
That's
So-
such a nice feeling when you get that kind of happy reaction to a gift. My mom has always loved music and singing and stuff, and I don't remember where it came from, but I just thought, singing telegram. And we hired a singing telegram for her, and the company that does it sends you a video of the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
So she was just over the moon with it, and they were, there's a rabbit because she has a rabbit collection, and they brought her a stuffed rabbit, and it was great. So that's the type of gift I love.
You see, that's like we bought Kay's dad. Is into like amateur weather station stuff.
Oh yeah, ham radio and stuff like that.
No. Weather station, like monitors the
Come
weather.
on, Chinny, weather station.
Weather
It's the same
station.
shit, innit? I don't know.
Not really. Not
Actually,
really.
gonna be saying geocaching is the same geolocation.
Exactly. But anyway, he's had a like an amateur weather station for years, like 10 years or something.
Years.
And all his sensors have broken.
Oh no.
So the only thing it was measuring was temperature, and it obviously didn't do wind speed anymore, and it didn't do rainfall anymore, and it didn't do this and it didn't do that. And every year, he's quite anal, bless him. What he does is he records the temperatures every day, all year, wind speed, rainfall.
It's called
same
Google.
time. Yeah, it does all that all year long. No, but it's in his garden, it's the weather in his
Yeah, but
garden.
like, why don't you just Google it?
Because he's what's the funny in that? And then he transfers it into graphs.
It's about
like
fun,
proper,
Chinny, you see. This coming up with the same information Google has, but
proper
on your own.
old-fashioned graph paper, and he makes all these line graphs
Wow.
for the whole year.
Love it.
Which keeps him, occupied. I mean, he's 84 years old.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It makes as much sense as me flying from planet to virtual planet.
Exactly.
Guess so.
Coming up with pets
But he
and
loves
shit.
it. But it said when Millie told us, I knew 2 of his sensors were broken because he'd asked me to see if I could get replacements, and they just don't make them anymore. So they don't even make the weather station he's got anymore.
Oh, so he's measuring all that weather and he hasn't got the sensors and anything.
So he hasn't got. So half of it's not being measured, right? So
let's start
Millie
a
came home.
GoFundMe.
Millie came home and she said, "Oh, Granddad says he's not going to do it next year because all his sensors are broken."
No.
And apparently, Grandma was being a bit stroppy about him buying himself a new one. So what we bought him one for Christmas, a brand new weather station, right?
Yeah.
He opened it, and I'm not kidding you, no word of a lie. He sat with it on his knee for about an hour just looking at it. And he was just like, and he just kept going, "I can't believe you've got me this. I can't believe you've got me this."
It's the best. It
is,
best.
in it. And he's
It's
just
the
sat there.
best.
He's just sat there looking at it, bless him. But
It's
he's
the
got it all set up now, and he's back to normal, and he's recording all his stuff now.
Yeah.
And
My
next year
dad,
we're
my
gonna
dad lit up, man, when he saw that.
yeah,
was
that's
like,
what he
"What?"
like. He just couldn't
He
believe
forgot.
it.
My dad forgot that he wanted it. Like
See, that's the best. Is
he
when
wanted
someone
it,
says
and he
something about
mentioned it.
gift
It was like,
and
"Oh,
then
I
they
was thinking
forget
about playing the
it,
harmonica," and then must have just put. And he's like, "Oh, I totally forgot I was gonna do
Yeah.
that." It's like, no, I didn't forget. And he's like, "Oh."
I didn't forget. You did, but I didn't.
And he just
honestly.
banging on.
See, and
about
that's
it
why
for
it's
ages
good
on
to
the
have
phone.
people who are effusive and speak up about what they want and what their interests are. It's so hard to buy things for people who don't collect things or don't have interests and don't ever talk about what they want. Because you have to guess, and it's like a pain in the neck.
Yeah, I think the cool thing.
Everyone who knows me knows that if they need to get me something, they can just get something with Simpsons on it, and it'll be like, okay.
I think the cool thing about Kay's dad, though, it was also a surprise because he didn't ask for one, but we sort of figured out he'd probably want one, and then he was like,
and you were right.
Yeah, we were right, and he was so excited, bless him.
Yeah, man.
So
all right, any other shout outs or things to say?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And now it's got all new games like The Legend of Solitaire.
This story sucks.
There you go. I think we're done.
There you go.
I'm a potato.
I'm a potato. There you go. Oh, well, Chinny, when you were around this week, and we'll try and get some pool in. See if we can get this. See what you think. See what you think. What's a good day?
That seems like a good time to stop the recording.
Yeah, it does.
Any day apart from Thursday.
Any day apart from
night.
Thursday night.
And Saturday night.
And Saturday.
I'm going to see Ronnie O'Sullivan on Saturday night.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What about Wednesday night?
Wednesday night is fine.
Yeah, I won't be too late though because I'm working the following day, so I won't be stayed up too late. But we can knock a few games in, I'm guessing, for a couple of hours or an hour or so.
Yes.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. I think you'll like it. I must admit, I do think you'll be impressed.
Yeah. No.
Well, you can have a practice before then, and obviously see what you think.
I won't.
No, you probably won't.
I've been practicing for years on the real time.
You will have to download it and go in and buy it though. So you probably have to do the tutorial anyway. So you can purchase it.
I am familiar with buying games.
Yeah.
I have bought games previously on the VR platform.
Upgrade. Yeah, so we'll do that Wednesday night. What time? About 8ish again. In whatever time you turn up. We'll call it 8. It'll probably be 9.
It might be 8:30 to be fair.
8:30. We'll go for 8:30.
Yeah. By myself.
We'll not make it a proper gaming night because obviously we'll just play some pool.
Yeah.
So just us two. Just us two, man. We'll shoot some pool and see how we go. Just the two of us.
We can make it.
Well, you can make it if we try.
You liking the Mahjong, Chinny?
It's all right, yeah.
I was playing it.
Yeah.
I like how when you clear the level, it's like, congratulations. Like,
yeah.
Music's loud, isn't it?
I've turned it off. Yeah, because I can't
turn it off.
Because of this.
All right, I got to go clear this inbox in, man. I should have done more during the show, but you know, that's the problem with multitasking. You end up not doing either thing as well as you should. So
yeah.
Should have just taken an hour after the show to do it, but whatever. Anyway,
we always do the podcast subpar anyway, so I won't beat yourself up.
Well, but it's even more subpar when I'm trying to split. Like if I give it 50% normally, then if I'm multitasking, I'm only giving it 25%. I should be giving it a good 50%.
Ian Williams says, "Don't like 2 looks good." It does. It does.
All right, have a good week, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So, Stu.
Yes.
You're gonna get cracking with Mass Effect.
I am. No, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna try and get some in tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not as keen to play more Hitman as I am to play more Mass Effect.
What made you play Hitman? Because it was just available.
Yeah. I was just like, I'll give it a go because I've never played the sort of newer Hitman games.
No. Yeah.
But I liked it. I did like it, but I'm not like as into it as I am with Mass Effect at the moment.
I just love Mass Effect.
It's so good. Honestly,
so good.
Isn't it great when you play a game that you really love?
I'm pleased that it's still so good. That's what pleases me. It's like, oh, it's still brilliant. It's still a great game.
You see, I played BioShock.
Which means 2 and 3 are going to be great as well.
Yeah.
Because they're just as good as well.
You see, I played BioShock again not that long ago, and it doesn't feel as good as when you first played it.
I played it in about 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Like, it's still good, but it's not. I feel like when it came out, like there wasn't many games that was as mysterious and I don't know. Not many games had done what BioShock had done really, but now I feel like every game has done that. Really, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a strange one, but it's still good. It's just not as good, I think. It's like
I don't think
the novelty's
it is.
worn off a little bit on it.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It isn't as good. It isn't as good. Like I say, but I feel like Mass Effect. It feels like this could have come out this year, and I'd still be thinking, oh yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? Graphically, you can tell, but gameplay-wise, apart from that stupid fucking sticky cover system.
That's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it. I mean, part of me feels like they think they were upgrading. But then part of me feels like, I don't know, they didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
They thought they were, but they didn't. In the end, they didn't.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Apparently, my expected order availability for my Steam Deck is after Q2. 2022. So when will that be? I don't know. Sort
Yeah.
of July.
Ollie at work has ordered one.
Probably a year after I ordered it.
I think he's had the same email as you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I reserved it on the July the 29th last year is when I reserved one. But I don't think you can even order them now. You can't even order them. That's it. They're done for the time being.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can't even order them. So, anyone else will have to wait. I am quite excited for it, I must admit, because a part of me thinks, I take my Switch when I go away and stuff, which is fine. But you're limited. I feel like, fuck me, I can play anything off my Steam library.
Yeah, I could play Mahjong.
Play anything. Play anything, man.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Which is pretty good. And they're currently validating all the games that are on Steam, aren't they, now, to say which work flawlessly and which need some work or whatever. So they're doing all that at the moment. I'm amazed that something as small as this can run pretty much all the Steam games. Which is pretty bloody impressive, isn't it? So, so we'll see. And you can load Epic Game Store on it as well. So you can do all that stuff. You can load all the other game services on it if you want. So it'll be interesting to see how they work. Because having Epic Game Store on it will be amazing. So even that alone will be great. Right, I will leave you to it, and I will see you on Wednesday. Put it in your diary. I know what you like.
Wednesday.
Stick it in your diary.
It is not in yet.
No, see you diary. And I'll see you around 8 to 8:30-ish, 8:30-ish, or whatever.
You hope.
We'll shoot some pool. I must admit, I had more fun playing that than the dart. I got a bit bored of darts after a bit.
Yeah.
Although it's the same price, I feel like there's more value in the pool.
Yeah.
Because the games take a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Because it's pool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
darts is okay.
It's all right.
It's just darts. Do you know what I mean?
It's just darts. It's just darts. Pool is way more fun. Right, I will leave you to it. See you later.
No
Speak
problem.
to you soon.
See you
Cheers.
later.
Bye.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao, 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 ciao.